Oh. Must be on our way. If we tarry too long, we might miss our opportunity to speak with Deputy Captain Tharnar.
Where now?
There now.
Ah, there.
Okay, well, don't forget, you stay right here, okay? We're gonna need your help getting back across the river, okay?
I'll wait for you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the food. And the coin.
Of course. Thank you for the company. All right, I'm ready when everyone else is.
Our young friend said that we might find Roper Grey along the middle row of houses here. A few houses down. Be on the lookout for... Well, what did you say that Deputy Captain Tharnar looked like? Yes?
Truth be told, I recount to the best of my ability what he looks like, because Meyer does not remember.
Very well.
Right, I'll be looking for that.
Deputy Captain Tharnow was a very brutish-looking, broad-shouldered, sort of meaty thug of a man. And
right, he was kind of like the my good wolfman over here, but with less hair and more smell.
I don't know if that will help us much here in Tharbad.
Everything here smells bad.
Yeah, it really does.
Grey Flood has seen better days. I'm not sure if it is the river or the town itself that pollutes the air as it does. Follow, please.
Are there any, as we're walking and just sort of talking about random things, are there towns further up the river from here that maybe I know that mining towns can sometimes put stuff in, like it flows into water and that can cause a problem. Does something like that happen here?
Along the Grey Flood? No. The river flows down from the Etten Moors, from the Misty Mountains.
Is it unnatural, maybe? I mean, as anything can be, which we've had that conversation, but an evil of sorts. I mean, can evil do that to a land?
Perhaps. Perhaps it is the cares of the people of Tharbad that they wish to empty into the river. They care not.
It's terrible not to care.
Right, about your home. I mean, how do you get to that point where you don't want to take care of what's yours and
everyone
protect
must be
it,
very sad. Yeah.
Maybe they don't feel it's theirs anymore.
Oh, that's interesting.
ahead of you, you can see there seems to be a small crowd gathered, and you can hear some raised voices beyond the crowd. A few people look a bit worried.
Happening?
Some sort of problem up ahead. Perhaps this is what we have been looking for.
Perhaps this is the fighting they were talking about.
Perhaps.
And who do you think you are? Saying
What do you think they're saying, London?
I don't know.
I'd like the bread.
Everyone that's in earshot. You think
I think everyone has
You
earwax.
are the only one to command the people's attentions here in Tharbad. Are you
Attention's
afraid?
rising. I don't know what he's saying.
I heard the name. Tharbad.
I'm trying to read his lips.
And you're a common thug.
And you're comatose.
I haven't. And my sister married your brother, and I haven't seen her in months. I could do nothing but create a stir here. Deputy Captain.
Oh, Deputy Captain, I got that part.
Where is
yeah.
my sister? Your sister has been married off. She should be the last of your concerns. I care not for your familiar struggles. I care for the people of this town, and you bend their ear against our good Captain Gurnow, the one that saved these people from their own selves. Saved us! Saved us! The Captain does nothing but take from us. Our people are starving. We need clean water, clean food. And you do nothing. You post more rules. We cannot share with others. Cannot ford the river. We must wait for ferries and pay and pay and pay tolls. I've had enough, and the people here have had enough. You begin to hear the crowds sort of piping up. There's only a few people, though. The crowd is rather small. Come now, fellow people of Tharbad. You cannot stay under the boot of the captain of thieves and ruffians. I'll have you hold your tongue, or I'll cut it out. You see? We cannot even speak our minds. Instead, we are held by our necks on the ground. That's right. Anybody that's out of line will answer to me and my guards. Is there no one that will stand with me? There's a few coughs in the crowd. No one has courage.
Mr. Gandalf.
Yes?
What do we do here? From what he's saying and what we see, he's not wrong.
I do not know if there is anything that we can do.
What do you mean? There's always something we can do.
Is there something that, like, maybe we can... I don't know. I just feel like that man's going to get hurt and he's just fed up. It sounds like what we were talking about. This man still cares about his home.
Even if there was something we could do, this may not be the best time or place. They're looking to make an example of someone.
Well, can't we stop that from happening? As an example? That you don't make an example?
I will try to occupy the deputy captain's attention. Perhaps you can find a way to steal Roper Grey away from this incident.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
While I do so.
We can do that. Okay.
Deputy Captain Tharnow. Perhaps I might bend your ear as to some of the matters pertaining to the nearby area around Tharbad. As I understand it, there are many people who are being burned out of house and farmstead. Many farms that may provide for Tharbad. Far more worrisome than a mere member of your own community. And who are you to speak to me?
Todd, Piper, let's go. Let's get Roper. Come on.
Yeah,
Do you
okay,
not
okay,
recognize me?
Let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sir.
My name
Sir.
is Gandalf.
Sir.
Gandalf Greyhaven.
Mr. Sir,
By
Hey,
all your
listen.
accounts.
Come with us. This is dangerous.
And who are you?
Oh.
Why
my
would I
name's-
follow you?
Because we notice that there's some tension rising, and then usually what happens after that happens is things get messy.
You're in danger of getting hurt, sir.
And
You don't-
that right there is our friend distracting that fella so that we can get you somewhere
Yeah, we
safe.
agree with you here. But
Yeah,
this isn't
absolutely
going to
agree.
help the town if
We're
you get
friends.
hurt.
you can trust us.
One of you can make a persuade check, probably.
Who's good at that now?
Persuade. I have 2 pips in that.
I do as well.
All the hobbits have the same stats.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah.
hold on 1 second. I don't know if I know it's not a favored one for me, but
No, it's not favored for me either, but
no.
I do have
I have
2 pips in it.
and persuade. Where is it? I have 3 pips. I guess I'm going to be doing
Good.
it.
Yep.
You
It
can
does
also
make
put
sense that it
hope
would be
into
you.
it too.
It does.
Oh, you know what? Oh god, yeah, I'm going to put a little hope into it. Going to spend 1 hope.
Fingers crossed.
Aye, fingers crossed. Persuade.
And toes.
We'll do a +1 and submit.
That is not only a success, but you've also rolled an extra success, a great success.
That's right.
How
Right,
would you
okay.
like to spend your special success?
So I think there's the go quietly one. We're definitely going to try and pull.
Roper.
Yeah, we're definitely going to convince him, and then I don't know exactly how big's the crowd right now around us.
Maybe 10 people.
10 people.
There's 3
Okay,
guards along with Captain Tharnow that are sort of part of the crowd, in the front of the crowd,
Okay,
trying to
so
keep
I
an
think,
eye out.
yeah, I think I'll probably look over at Piper and Toddles and just be like, I think if we can get the crowd just bustling forward a little bit, maybe we can make a little bit of a motion or something, and then we can pull him out. Where he's standing right now, he's going to be so noticed. So,
Well, how do we do that? Because I'm thinking back home, all we would do is say free ale.
free.
We could try that.
That's not bad.
Surely
I'm going to
these
run.
people
Do you
like
think that'll work?
Oh God.
Lonnie! He's already gone.
Yeah, I'm running to the other side. I'm like, is that an ale barrel just sitting about? Why would someone leave a full barrel of ale over there?
Ale? Free ale?
Is that
Is that what I'm
ale?
saying?
I thought Milton was out of ale. All free ale? Over this way.
Perfect.
Right, we'll drag him a little bit into the crowd with us as they start to move, and then we'll pull them.
Now, hold on, about
hold
where-
his hand.
Where are you taking me?
Just
somewhere safe.
Who are
Can we
you?
Well,
We're friends.
yeah, we're friends. We'll go through it.
I'm Toddles. That's Launton, and that's Piper.
But we're trying
Hello,
to
we're
help
from
you.
the Shire.
Are you some sort of children?
No, not children. No, no.
What?
We're hobbits.
We're hobbits.
We're all
What?
33. We're
Haven't
very
you
much
ever seen a
adults.
hobbit before?
No.
Okay, well, it's your first time seeing a hobbit. Now you've seen 3.
Yeah,
We're like you, but just shorter.
yeah. Exactly.
You are strange
hungrier.
indeed. But why do you take me away from my business? It is time that the people here of Tharbad will raise up and fight their oppressors.
I agree. I think
but
we
you're not
agree with
feeling
what
the
you're saying.
crowd.
But yeah, something
You're
like
gonna get
leading the
raised up
crowd.
and
Yeah.
fought on yourself is really what's gonna happen there.
Yeah.
So
Bumps and
Gotta think
bruises
about
do
other-
not concern me. I care for my sister.
No one
well, you
else
can't find your
does that.
sister if you're dead. So
And you
probably
And how
not
do you
the
think
best.
she would feel if you died?
on account of her.
She'd be all alone.
I'd be really upset.
I would
personally.
be so sad.
What would you have me do?
Come with us momentarily until we could regroup and think of a plan.
Yeah, we can. I'm sure we can do something to help. We're on our own business as well, but we don't want to see any undue, violence and these look like very violent people, and we do understand what your words and your care. We understand that, but you getting hurt here, it's not going to change anything.
Not worth it.
Very well. You can bend my ear for a time. I would hear what you have to say.
Okay, let's
Good.
let's go. If we can go to the side of that house there, I think we'll be mostly out of sight.
Anduin, Rioth, have you followed the hobbits, or are you with the crowd still?
No. I saw they were going to be surreptitious, so I figured I'd be best off with Gandalf.
Very well.
I watched the hobbits as they left, because I knew they were going to be making a sneaky move. But I also feel that if I try to follow them, well, people tend to stare at me a lot, and I didn't want to blow their cover. Also, since Gandalf is trying to reason with a ruffian, I thought having a large muscular fellow standing right behind him may make Gandalf's opinion appear stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing there to help him be more intimidating.
He's sort of rambling a little bit, and you might see him look out of the corner of his eye every now and again, here and there, as he speaks about the potential raiders of Duneland and trying to speak with the captain about the severity of what is happening here in Tharbad. And he's having a very back and forth conversation right now with the deputy captain. And it is almost as if Gandalf has taken the place of this Roper Grey. But he seems much more intimidating, despite the fact that he is a smaller man, only about 5'6" or so.
Is this to everyone?
Gandalf is still speaking to some of the people that are still in the crowd, yes, as
But
well.
she said he looks intimidating, but like if we glance over, does he look intimidating to us? Or is this just like non-magical
I
intimidation?
don't know if you'd see him. I mean, the crowd is there, so I don't imagine that you'd be able to notice.
Oh yeah, we're very short. Good point.
And we went to the side of a house, so we could be looking out from the side of it from time to time, but
Yes.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just kind of looming behind Gandalf to add weight to his words and not doing much else until he gives the signal that it's time to leave.
Very well. Hobbits, you've smuggled Roper Grey around the side of one of these houses.
okay.
I think I'm stress eating for the first time. Do you think we've ever eaten out of stress before?
Always.
Yeah.
I would imagine
For sure.
on the trip. The trip was pretty scary to get here.
Yeah.
All right.
It's also stress stacks, right? It's like when we're in the Shire, this form of stress is, oh, we've run out of honey. And now we're
Yeah, but I don't
in
even know if they
Tharbad.
really feel stressed like that. I just always imagine hobbits as like something comes up and they go, oh, and then it's over. You know, they're not really sitting there anxious
If it's
like,
not like life
yeah,
things.
if it's not crazy, yeah. So anyway, sorry, just a thought I was having.
No, I think it's good.
That'd be
I
a
think
Hobbit
nice
life is like-
superpower.
yeah. Just go.
Oh. We could all just channel hobbits a little bit every day.
So I think
Sorry.
no, that's good. Where we're at, I think actually there's probably, I'd imagine we're all tense in this situation. We're around this man and we're sort of recognizing the danger that he definitely was in. And even though I'm sure he did recognize as well his that passion to find a sister is overruling maybe some prudence. So talk to me about your sister here. What happened? You haven't seen her in a while.
My sister, she was forced to marry into Captain Gurnow's family. The only way that we could keep our home.
That's
terrible.
I haven't seen her in months. Not since they were married.
Well, that's not good.
Forced to marry.
I do not know where she is. She's married that brute, Edward.
What kind of a name is Edward?
terrible.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Focusing on the wrong detail.
Terrible. No.
Terrible. Right?
Terrible name.
I
It's
can
not even
imagine.
spelled right.
Oh, hello, Edward.
Real mouthful.
Sorry.
Edward. Just an extra syllable for no sense.
You would
Sounds
bend my
like you're
ear.
shoveling dirt.
Yes.
You
Okay,
have
so-
some
Sorry.
sort of an idea of how to help. Because I am at
Yes.
wit's end.
Right. So
Well-
you're not getting a revolution
Yeah,
right
I'm-
now by the state of people here. It doesn't have the right. And listen, I know I've read a lot of stories.
Which
It's not
end
the
is
right.
that, like Bag's End?
Like not a lot of fervor, you know. A crowd, you would feel the energy in the crowd if they were behind you. They would be, yeah, to everything you said. So that's not the route. Getting that information might take a little bit more subterfuge.
Soup? What kind of soup is vertuge?
Speak
The
plainly.
best kind.
We can sneak.
We can. We're pretty good at
To what
what's
end?
being seen. Well,
Find her.
Well, Wits End, right?
right. Okay, so logically, they're married. Okay, they live somewhere. Do you know where Captain
I think
lives?
Wits End. I think he said that like 3 or 4 times.
No, like, oh, he lives at Wits End.
Well, I imagine so. He said, I'm at Wits End. Oh, wait, you live at Wits End.
Right.
And where's your
Oh.
sister then?
I do not know where they live.
Well,
Edward has
considering.
Oh.
taken her away. I can only imagine some place here in the city. Perhaps
Right,
on the
okay.
South Bank.
South Bank.
But I am unawares.
Oh,
I'm
can we
just-
follow him?
I have
Oh,
not
yeah, that's
seen
a good
hide
idea.
nor hair of Edward.
You've
Right.
not seen Edward at all?
Just out of character here. Is this the same character that Rioth talked to originally? The same sort of. This is a different person. Edward's a different person. Right. Well, maybe we can ask, separately.
We can get information.
Yeah, just. Oh, we heard about some wedding and we had an old friendship, had some presents to give or something like that.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
thing presents are from
That's
hobbits.
smart.
So
Very big.
maybe we could figure out something, get you some information to help you out. Just don't get yourself hurt. There's always other ways.
And what of the old man that you travel with?
Oh, Gandalf.
You are not worried of harm coming to him?
Oh,
No.
no.
So much, no.
No.
He's a very powerful wizard.
A wizard?
He's 10,000 years old.
Yep.
I know nothing of such things.
Well, you didn't
we
know
know
hobbits, so
little
that
as well,
makes
but
sense.
people seem to react pretty strongly with the name when his name is said. So, there's weight carried.
It's very
with that.
respectable in many places.
Yeah, I thought all he did was fireworks.
I did too.
Shows you what I know.
Yeah.
No, and our other friends are over there as well. The tall one is
I see the
Anduin,
very tall one. That's the wolf man.
and there's Rioth over there.
If you speak true, and you are able to find some sort of information about Edward or my sister, it would be most appreciated. But I cannot wait long.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll
All right.
we'll
Well, we'll
see
do
what
our
we can
best.
do.
I cannot wait
understand.
more than a few days. I fear for her life.
Well,
All right.
you seem like a good man. We'll try to help you. Try and not get yourself into that situation again for
Yeah, just
a
wait
few
for us.
days. Just give it.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll meet
we'll-
around this area
Yeah.
again. Similar time. Yes.
Very well.
Okay. Good. All right.
Good,
We should get back
I
over.
will avoid the ire of the deputy captain, thug and ruffian that he is.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Where do we find you?
Yeah.
Oh,
My
right.
house
Wits
is
End.
there.
Got it.
Oh, and this is kind of important. Your sister's name?
My sister's name is Mary.
Mary.
And your name, so that she knows who we're, that you sent us.
I'm Roper.
Roper, right.
You're Roper. So,
Roper from Wits End.
Mary.
Got it. I won't forget.
Edward. Ridiculous name. Roper. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Look to us all. Let's go.
You know what, Lonnie?
What?
I just realized, and I'm saying this as we're scooting back. This is kind of like in the stories that you read to me.
Mhm.
This is like a quest.
Like a proper. Oh, yeah, it's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we can
Ones
use
you
that.
do on the side
Yeah.
of the main one.
That's right. Not the big one. But when they do the ones where they exactly. Yeah.
The little ones.
They don't matter as much, but they're still important.
Yeah, but they're still
if you-
important. Yeah.
Maybe there's a
Sometimes
life
they just
lesson
take
along the
up
way.
time to
Yeah,
and pack out the book.
sure.
They're like
You
Hobbit
say
quests
not
because they're little.
important.
No, very important. Very
We're
important.
walking
No.
away. I made a point to say I'm saying that as we're walking away.
It's very
And we're
important.
whispering.
It's just
Can't hear us.
you don't know our business. Anyway, okay. So, right. So maybe we can use that to our advantage. We know how
How
these
so?
stories go. That means we can understand. Maybe look for those pitfalls that sometimes happen on these things.
Right. Like
misdirection by
traps and
people.
things.
Yeah.
Misdirection, right?
Yeah, that
okay.
happens.
Right. But maybe we'll get some sort of something like item or something to help
Right.
with the main one.
Right. That's true. And maybe some enemies become friends.
Right. Well, this
never
is
know.
fun.
Well, yeah, that's right. This is fun. We're on a side
It's an
quest, as you
adventure.
say.
Side quest. Quest of the side.
Here we go.
You should consider helping the people here of Tharbad, Deputy Captain. Indeed. I've had enough of your mouth, old man.
The guards begin to move about in an intimidating fashion, and you see Anduin sort of puff up his chest a little bit.
Oh,
I rush in.
Anduin,
Hey!
please
Oh.
make an awe roll. You have
Oh,
a
shit.
bonus die of a 1.
Okay. This is the don't get near my wizard roll. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
How did I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 1.
they standing in like a hole.
I rolled 2 1s.
You rolled 3 ones.
3 ones.
4 ones, because you rolled...
No, I mean the feat die. I rolled a 1 and a 1, and then on my 4 success
what I
dice, a 1, a 2, and a 1.
you rolled 4 ones in a 6 die roll. That's pretty great.
Nothing
that's-
is guaranteed. That's
Yep, sure.
How would
That
that
happened
move?
to you last week.
Well, this is the same way I failed the hunting roll on our travel. It's one that I should never fail, but mathematical flukes do happen.
yeah.
So the guards begin to rush up, and you were doing something, Piper?
Mhm.
Piper.
Yes, I was coming in to say, excuse me, don't talk to Mr. Gandalf that way.
Oh boy.
No, we're trying to do.
You'll watch your tongue in front of such a great wizard. He's 10,000 years old.
Oh boy. Go ahead and make an all roll.
Oh no.
I'd like to think that I was halfway between putting my hand around her mouth to pull her back when she got all that out.
100% just went.
This will be an all
There is
roll,
no
and I
way I
don't
can
think you.
pass this.
I don't think you have a bonus die.
There's
Unfortunately.
literally no way I can succeed at this.
You could, well, there was literally no way I could fail, and I managed
you
to.
could
So maybe,
also
maybe you get a
do
Gandalf
hope.
rune.
Well,
I don't think hope would have mattered.
I'm a hobbit. I don't think anything would
No one seems to notice you screaming as the guards begin to close in.
No one noticed.
Someone shut
No
up
one
that noisy
noticed.
child.
You're blue in the face and your little fists are balled up and behind you. And
yeah, you probably get shuffled a bit to the side as the guards start to move up. You, like a hand, like almost like right in your face, just pushes you away from the situation.
child.
Move, little one.
I'm not a child.
Adult business goes on here.
Did he
wow,
just say
that's
adult
just rude.
business?
How close is Piper to me?
A few feet away, I imagine.
Yeah, if this guy reaches out his hand and like puts it on her face, I put my hand on his face and push him off of her.
Oh God.
Okay.
This escalates.
That's all right. That's our wolf, man.
We
Alrighty.
can leave on our own.
Okay.
I feel so protected. Oh.
The guards and the deputy captain are a bit stirred by this. You dare put your hands on a guard?
He started it.
It matters not.
Yeah, he put his hand on what he thought was a child.
What do you mean matters not? How does it not matter?
You hear the sounds of swords starting to be drawn from scabbards.
Can I try something absolutely insane that's most definitely going to escalate the situation? But I'm total, so...
I'm ready for it.
Okay, I would like to sneakily take this man's pants down.
Oh my God.
Can I do that?
Absolutely, you can try.
All right,
Absolutely.
I would like to try to do that. Okay.
What skill do you think this would be?
Sneak, obviously. Stealth.
Okay. Make a stealth roll.
Oh, this, okay, so mathematically, if I've got, it's not favored, but I have 3 ticks in it, should I use some hope for this?
Well,
Given
that
how
depends
many
what
other rolls we've already failed.
This is what I'll say, right? If you look at my roll where I added the hope, without that 6 that I rolled, I would not have made it.
Okay, I'll use hope.
Alrighty.
So that gives me one bonus die, right?
It does.
Aye.
What was happening? Why can't I? Hello? Oh,
So
hold
wait,
on.
are you pantsing the guy who shoved Piper, or are you Gurna?
Yeah, the guy that you're arguing with. I want his pants to fall down and embarrass him.
Okay, so this will be Deputy
Okay.
Captain Tharnow.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Drop his trow now.
Drown now! All right,
This is
let's
most
hope for the
certainly
best.
going to result in a bloodbath.
Yes!
This is a great success.
Wow.
Right, which means not only do I accomplish the thing, but I get something else, right?
That's correct. One from the
All right,
special
yeah,
successes
take a
handout.
look.
Wow. Oh my God.
Do I
The
want
pure.
to? Okay, Loremaster,
Yes.
I'm leaning between these two.
Okay.
Okay, go quietly. But I mean, I rolled sneak, so I assume that means I'm doing it sneakily anyway, because I succeeded, right? So maybe I'm not trying. If I do widen influence, does that mean that like everybody
You can get all their
sees-
pants down.
Can I get all their pants down, or can it be like everyone sees his bare arse?
It is your choice.
Oh, all of their pants.
All right, party
How
members.
Is it
How
the
would
3
I even
hobbits?
grow
Is it the
like
3
7
hobbits that do
arms?
this?
Oh my God, do we all do it together?
Do high? Okay.
Would
Well-
Lonnie though?
Would I? If
Yeah,
you
would
grab
you
me to
pants?
do it, 100%.
Oh, right, because we're in it together, right?
You
Yeah,
led the
okay.
way, yeah.
So, party members, are we doing more pants or everybody sees his bare arse?
Well, everybody's
So-
going to see his bare arse.
How,
from
how,
our
well,
house, right?
how many other
we
guards
never
are there?
actually really clarified how many there are.
Yeah,
There are
how many
3.
other
I
guards?
said there were 3.
There are 3.
There are 3
Okay.
guards. They could all
Oh.
just, all of their pants could fall.
Okay.
Here's
Three
the
hobbits,
thing,
3
though.
arses.
Right. Okay.
3
all right.
guards
Right, but-
plus Captain Tharnow.
So 4.
Right.
Okay.
Deputy,
right. So
Deputy Captain Tharnow.
one of the guards is not going to have his pants down. However, let me just posit that if all of their pants come down, it's a little bit more suspicious than the way I've done it, which is the captain
Oh,
just didn't have his
genius.
belt done, and it, you know, like it falls and it's his fault and it's embarrassing.
Okay.
And if we widen influence, it's possible we get to say they are influenced to not really think very highly of captain.
Isn't there an option
I like that one. Oh.
Oh, never mind. There was go quietly, right? You already covered that. Never mind.
Right.
Aye.
Okay, in short order.
Well, maybe I mean, if you yank this guy's trousers, surely he would normally turn around and probably see you right away. Maybe you should take the go quietly option so that you can like make your getaway.
Well, I did it to do it sneakily. That was the role. So I was like, I want to get in there and pull his pants. Ideally, I wanted to be like, you know, he didn't, like, I'm yanking him, but I don't want him to think that they were yanked down. It's
All
more
right.
like, oh shit,
no.
I didn't do my belt
They
and now
fell.
my pants are on my ankles.
How about this? I'm going to hand you my little sickle that I use for
Right.
for cutting weed, which is always kept sharp.
Right. So we're just gonna,
Yeah, you're
you know, cut a couple
Just
of things and
cut a cord.
they just fall down.
And let
Right.
it fall.
What
All right.
things
Loremaster.
particularly do we want to...
I would give counsel, but I'm too far away.
No. This is kind of like out of character because we
Aye.
can do that in this game. So what would you suggest that we do?
Well, if you were to slice his trousers, then he would know it was
Exactly.
sabotage.
Exactly. Whereas if I just pants him, it could just be I
See.
didn't tighten my belt enough.
See,
Whoops.
but the Loremaster has been suspiciously silent this whole time, and if
the
I were
music
him,
suspiciously cheerful.
yeah, and if I were in his
It
position,
changed from
as
battle
soon
music
as soon as the yank occurs, I would have the person turning around, which is why I
Yes,
would.
but that's why I very specifically said I'm doing a stealth roll to go in
I
and
would
sneakily
like
do it and
whatever the choice is to be made immediately.
come back. All right. Okay.
All right.
Well, okay. Hold on. Let me clarify then. Before I do go quietly, I'm assuming that that's what the roll was for. Correct?
You made a stealth roll. I mean,
Okay.
go quietly. I feel like would make it better.
Okay. Even though it was a great success.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna say widen influence because for me, I feel like that's great. And what I want to do is I want the guards around him to laugh. I want them to think it's funny and be unable to stop themselves from laughing.
So you
at
just
his
do
bare
this
arse.
to Deputy Captain Tharnow.
Yes.
Okay.
But because I'm using my special success to widen the influence of the event to the rest of them, and I just want it to be very. I feel like if we pants more
It's
than
hilarious.
one, it'll be obvious. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Pull the
so
pants
I'll
down
keep my
of
sickle. You
Deputy
Mm-hmm.
Captain Tharnow.
What's some sort of...
You hear laughs begin to crop up amongst the crowd all around.
It appears that the deputy captain can't quite keep his trousers up.
You notice a breeze?
You seem struggling, trying. There's a few bits of laughter amongst the crowd as you forgot your belt, Deputy Captain.
Who was that? Who was that?
Keep your pants on.
Oh, that's most embarrassing.
Perhaps now would be a good
absolutely
time to slip
embarrassing.
away, Gandalf.
I would simply perish.
eyes!
Oh, I have kids. I don't want them to see such things.
How indecent to do that in front of children! Oh,
See here.
Someone into my
See
face.
here.
I don't see anything again.
Most opportune advantage. Yes, I believe you are right, Sanderin. Let us leave this place before any further incident happens.
think of the children!
Laughter continues in the distance as probably some of the first bits of laughter beyond the drinking contest have entered Tharbad in quite a bit of time. You begin to pull away from the crowd.
Yeah, as we all get away, I'm laughing. I can barely breathe. Did you see his face?
Did you see his arse? As
I don't think I could ever unsee it.
as we're walking away, I
Paler than the
definitely.
moon.
I'm also filling everyone else in. I was talking to Roper. He said, you know, he lives in that house there. And
Oh, yeah.
if you heard any of the stuff that you talked about his sister Mary
And
and
his sister's missing, and it's so tragic.
Yeah, it's very
forced to marry a man, and he hasn't seen her since.
yeah,
He
Married.
worries
Very
for her life.
concerned.
Edward there.
Yeah.
Ridiculous name.
So we said that, maybe if it wasn't too much trouble, that we could, have a quest of the side and go down the South Bend and investigate and look for her and then head back to Wits End and give him the information.
The South Bank.
That's it.
Right.
End.
Well, if we are
I
to make
fear
our
we
way
may
to...
have. Apologies. I fear we may have made ourselves somewhat unwelcome here after this most recent stunt.
Perhaps with...
They don't know it was me.
Perhaps with the deputy captain, but I do not believe they necessarily would associate trousers falling down with our fair hobbits. Rather...
I meant more your speech.
Oh.
Well, perhaps. At least with the deputy captain. Unfortunately, I was not able to have words with him about the trip to Moria. Yes.
I was worrying about that. We came here to not ingratiate ourselves, but to ask him about that. But now I'm not sure if he'd be too inclined to do so anymore.
I don't understand why he's owed anything. I mean, I do understand having a conversation, but a man like that doesn't seem an honourable sort anyway. I mean, the way he was talking to Roper was monstrous, really. What was behind his voice?
Don't think honor has anything to do with it. It simply matters that he has men with spears and these people do not.
Right, so why do we have to, talk to him about this deal you had when he's not even done anything on his side?
Well,
Can't we just go on our way?
as a dwarf, words have power. And I promise this.
We have been over this. You promised your assistance in exchange for the return of your stolen goods.
But
They
it
haven't.
didn't happen.
Which did not happen. I don't think you are beholden to this deal. If I offered you a horse for 20 gold pieces and never gave you the horse, would you still owe me the 20 gold?
No.
Then you
All right.
do not owe this man any passage to Moria.
Right. If I asked you to, I
Seems
don't know,
logical to me.
avenge some sort of, someone stole my pony, and but then the pony wandered
Somebody
back.
stole your pony.
No. I'm just if it happened,
Avenge your pony?
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Kind
right.
of horrific person. And
a pony thief. Yeah, no, it's unheard
That's
of.
terrible.
But if somebody did that,
If the people here are hungry enough, I'm sure that they would consider it.
right? But this is
Wait,
just a
they leave the
hypothetical.
pony.
I don't want to think about my pony getting stolen and eaten. I'm just saying, Rio, that if you make a bargain, then I feel kind of bad about saying that earlier.
Yeah, everybody got all excited about
I was
that.
trying to save a man though, but yeah,
That's
I just
worth
if a bargain struck, then both people have to keep their side of the bargain.
Yeah.
If something makes that bargain null, doesn't it make it null for both parties?
Yeah, of course.
I suppose you're right. Very well.
And I mean, they're probably not going to come to you for your end of the bargain until they can complete their end, right? Because it was, we'll get you your stuff back, and then you take us to Moria. But they'll be looking for your stuff forever.
One would hope
we
so.
took it.
Well, you have two quests of the side.
The last.
Right.
Hold
yes.
on.
Yeah, wait.
Did you hear
actually,
that?
Wait, what's the other
They
one?
just say that the last. They just said that the last barrel of ale goes to the Captain Gurnow.
Isn't that who we're looking for?
Captain
Well-
Gurnow is the person that is in charge of Tharbad.
Oh, but not the
gets
one
all
who
the ale.
married his sister.
No.
is he not
That's
also the person whose trousers you
Eriador.
just sabotaged?
You have not
No,
spoken
Star
much
now.
about this
No.
sister, and I am unclear as to who you mean.
Right.
Well, her name
right,
is
I'm sorry.
Mary,
I-
and she got
yeah.
married off. Oh,
to Edward.
funny.
Edward.
Right, to Edward. Which I'm still saying, whenever you say that name, it feels like you've got a mouthful of dirt.
Edward.
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 I
Yeah,
believe that was
Weird.
one of the sons of Captain Gurnow, if I'm not mistaken.
Perfect! Why don't we
We could
empty
take
that
the-
barrel of ale and get in it? And they'll
Oh,
take us
well,
right to where he lives.
That's
Or
right.
Or we'll deliver it.
We can deliver it too.
Maybe
Or we could drink
Maybe
it
delivering it is
on the
better.
way in.
Or
We
they
could
would
drink it and then
deliver us-
hide in it.
Yeah.
It would deliver us to Gurnow. It would not necessarily deliver us to this Eriador fellow.
Right, but surely
We
he
could
knows where Edward lives.
Yeah.
It's
We
his
could
son.
say it's for Edward because Captain Gurnow told us to send it to him, actually. And then they'd say, oh, he's down the road.
If it
That
were
is
that
a
easy
great
to find
idea.
him, if it were that easy to ask his whereabouts, I would think that Roper would have already done it.
Aye, that's true.
But wait, but who doesn't love a delivery of ale? We could absolutely do that. That's a great idea, Piper. We bring it and we say whatever the last name is, delivery for what is it, Gurnow?
Captain Gurnow. Yes.
Delivery for Gurnow, Edward or whatever. And then they go, oh no, this is not,
Wrong
that's his
house.
son. You want to go down that way? Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah.
By all
Okay.
That's
means,
clever.
try it then.
Well, the only problem is that person has no idea who we are, and they're not just going to give up a barrel of ale to go deliver
Sure
it
they
somewhere.
will.
If we say it's for
Apologies,
Captain Gurnow.
friends. However,
Oh.
we have other concerns that we must worry about here.
Right.
Oh, right. Okay. What's more important than a quest to the side?
The raiders that have made their way across the lands that are burning people's homes and livelihoods and farms, many of which would feed this city.
Yeah, that does seem a little bit more important. Now that you mention it.
A quest of main importance.
Quest to the main. But
Well, do we?
perhaps if it's on the way.
Well, I guess
Rios,
we need to.
What,
Go ahead.
Rios, what became of the extra food stores that we retrieved from the Burnings farmstead?
Oh, those are still very much in my cart. I have not done much mercantile work since I've been here on my quest. Why?
I was not sure if you had tried to give it to the people of the city or sell it or what had become of it. If you still have it, I suppose that's all well and good.
No, the rules here are very strict. And until I
Right.
got my things back, I was not wont to cross Mr. Gurnow or his sons.
It's truly baffling that you could have a cart full of food to feed the hungry and they will not allow you to share it here.
I do not question the workings or politics of men.
Right, but
I agree,
Should-
it's very
should we?
Perhaps we
strange.
should.
should we? I mean, is this the
Perhaps we
captain the one
should.
setting these rules here? I mean, if food's in limited supply, shouldn't it be shared?
Said, no more ale today. The
Hmm.
last barrel goes to Captain Gurnow. You wouldn't have
We-
me set him off, would you?
We can at least follow
Sounds like an
the
angry
person with the
man.
barrel.
Or we could, when that man walks away, we could say, just kidding, we will take the ale. And we take the ale, and then we deliver it in our cart.
Yeah, but this person doesn't know us. He's not going to let us
Our
take
cart.
that barrel. So for all he knows, we're still in it.
Right, that's
But
true.
isn't that the place that we're supposed to go then? If we're here
We
to
could
fix...
just follow the cart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll just follow. The
Oh.
cart.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That's less exciting, but all right.
It is less exciting, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
it'll-
was hoping we could hide in a barrel and have some free ale, but
Yeah, I
It's
would
alright.
I would love that, honestly.
Yeah.
I may be able to speak with Captain Gurnow.
Okay.
Right.
Some of his
We could just talk
guards
to him.
should be able to recognize me and speak with me thusly.
All right. Well,
And then we could just tell him to let people eat the food and also relax.
I imagine
And where's your son?
Captain Gurnow
And where's your
is-
son's wife?
Captain Gurnow is... Well, he holds a history of being a thief and a robber. But he isn't a fool.
how does somebody like that become a captain?
I think that's how
Force.
some people become. Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
So he
When you
wasn't
don't
just
care
like a
about people, it's
particularly
easy
good
to climb
smart
up.
thief.
On top of them.
I thought all captains were heroes. Shows you what I know.
Some are, but not all, unfortunately.
Well, maybe this town needs one. Somebody.
It's already got a captain.
No, a
you mean a
batter
hero.
captain.
Right.
A batter captain. Yeah.
Right.
The
Not
greatest
a
lesson
tyrant.
we learn from nature is not that strength is not everything. It's how you use it that matters most.
Oh, we know that as hobbits.
Aye.
This man does not.
Well, should we wait for, or maybe we should ask? I don't know. Like, do you think the delivery's going out today then, to so we can follow that to wherever the captain is?
Well, he
I'm
did say
still
no more
unclear
ale
as to
today.
why you would want anything to do with such a delivery.
Well, no,
Well,
we
we're
don't know where the
we're just-
captain is, right?
You know,
we
it's
don't
just
know
a
specifically
quest to the
where.
side. We just thought maybe.
I know where the captain is.
Oh, you know where the
Well, we're
captain
looking
is.
for his son.
And what does that have to do with the ale?
Well, if we say that the ale's for his son, then they tell us where we can find his son to deliver the ale.
No, he'd know that
You
the ale is
mean
for
to
him.
confuse the brewer that the ale is for the son instead of the captain?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Well,
The
no, really, I was going to say, oh, this is for the captain, thank you, we're going to deliver it to the captain. Then we get to the captain's house and we say, oh, this is for the captain's son, can you tell us where to find him?
Yeah.
You would first have to deceive the brewer into giving up the barrel of ale to you, and then you would also have to deceive the door guard at the captain's house.
I don't really like the word deceive. It seems too hard.
you
It
prefer
is
lie.
deceptive,
Better.
doesn't it?
No, trick is much better.
All right, let's
Time.
let's
Practical
not
joke, really.
let's
Well,
not
to be
deceive
clear,
the kind people.
I don't think a little bit of deception is off the table here. I just think, well, you'd first have to lie to this brewer. I don't think he would part with this barrel of ale so easily.
Let's. How
Oh,
about
are
we
you
do
doubting
this?
my ability to deceive? To decept? Sir Wolfman?
Yes.
Well,
Okay,
you're
well,
kind of too big for me to say anything about it, so okay, whatever, have your opinion.
Well, it's not all about strength. Remember that, Piper. It's not all about strength.
Well, I wasn't gonna-
let us do this. Okay, let's make sure that
Right.
we all are together and cohesive on what we're doing, because I think I'm definitely I'm losing the narrative of the quest. We are trying to find the captain for what purpose?
I am trying to speak with Captain Gurnow. I was going to speak with the deputy captain about Riot's problem, but it is
Right.
imperative that I speak with Captain Gurnow about these raiders. That is my priority, and I wish to
That is-
speak with my friend on the south bank, Agna. She's the librarian.
Well, if we're going to the South Bank anyway, that sounds like a perfect way to also investigate the quest to the side.
I will be going to speak with Captain Gurnow, I think.
Right, and
Right, but I mean, when you go to visit your friend, we'll go.
If you wish to go on your own way, you may.
right,
We better go now
But
then.
take
Oh, we
care.
can all go together to the
Yep.
Captain Gurno, right?
Mhm.
Is that
I-
not everyone?
Just, I think without thinking about it, I just tug on Anduin's sleeve, like, okay, we're ready to go now.
Wait.
Like, we're all going together, right?
Yeah, we're going there, and then Gadolf's going to talk to the captain. Then we'll split off, and then we'll see if we can find out any
No, that
information
we're-
about this.
no, then
Yeah,
we're
I
going to the
kind of-
South Bank.
I think it
that's
might
all
be
good.
better if
South
I
Bank.
speak with the captain on my own.
Okay,
Oh,
so
absolutely. You
right,
you
no,
do
I
that.
agree with
and
that. Yeah.
Are we waiting for him? And then when he goes to
No,
the
he's
South Bank to visit.
fine.
But what I'm saying is he has to go to the South Bank anyway to visit a friend. So why don't we split up
That's true.
when we're there together?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
You
Oh,
may go
right,
on
okay.
your own
Split.
way. We will meet this evening.
Okay.
Right.
There
Okay.
is no bridge to the South Bank. We will need to find that skipper and go there together
Another
regardless.
ferry, yes.
Right. Okay. Good
So-
luck.
I will meet you this evening back in the inn.
This is so
Right.
awkward parting while
Okay.
walking to the same ferry.
That's not that awkward. He's got business. We've got
There are
business.
other
sort of.
ferries here. Do you not see the other docks around the island?
I called the
but
ferry
we
we used.
wanted-
I trusted.
Yeah, and also, like, you know, we want to give him business
Yeah, we'll give him business.
so he
yeah.
can
He
eat.
waited for us.
You
Very
can
well.
go first, Gandalf, if you're in a rush.
Yes. Thank you for the permission, young hobbit.
Poor kid.
Now,
I think there's definitely a disconnect when Toddles is tugging my sleeve because I'm looking at her and then back at Gandalf. And then
I will
back
be
at
on
her.
my way. Make sure you do not burn what is left of this city down to the ground.
No fire.
Where
Oh
are we
no, we
meeting
would never
exactly?
do that.
we
I don't
have
like
a-
fire
Never.
anyway.
There's not even any candles or fireplaces or
I feel
anything.
candles.
Very well. I will see you this
Wait.
evening at the inn. Good
Ah,
day.
so you want,
Okay.
you want me
Bye.
to assist the hobbits with their quest of the side?
He's gone.
Very well.
He's just walking
He's
away.
already gone. Yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right.
think he's made that quite clear. He wants to go by himself to talk to the captain.
Right.
Right.
So, South Bank.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder if he
wait.
thinks it's because we would be too effective at helping him.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Enlighten me. Why do you three want to go to the South Bank so much?
All right.
Oh,
okay.
we
help
immediately
this
start
man.
telling the story
we,
again.
we, you said words matter, right? We told someone we'd help him. We told someone we'd help him, so we're going to see that through.
Help them how?
Well, it was
they-
the fella from earlier, right?
Yeah, Roper, looking for a sister Mary. Hasn't seen her
Right.
in a long
And
time.
she got married off to one of the captain's sons, and he hasn't seen her since
Yeah,
they got married.
Edward.
And he's worried for her life, and he can't eat, and he can't sleep, and he's just stressing, and it's just getting unbearable. And oh, that's what he means by wit's end.
Oh.
It's not where he lives; it's his state
But-
of
but
being. I got
we
it now.
we talked to him, and you know, it seems like a man with strong convictions could be good for
Yeah.
this town. I think he just needs a bit of a win. You know, we're here.
Okay,
A
so
little
the
information
plan
could go a long
is
way.
to go to the South Bank, find this man's house, and free his...
Well, I know.
Or just talk to his sister, you know.
No, we're not freeing
Yeah.
anybody. We're just trying
Make
to
sure
get,
his sister's okay.
Yeah, get
She'll
more
be happy. She
information.
could be drinking the ale that she
Okay, well,
gets.
you cannot free
Eating
one who's
food
not
and-
imprisoned in the first place.
Exactly, but if she is in prison, then absolutely we'll free her.
Right,
Right?
exactly.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
I look up at Anduin. Oh, okay, I'll follow you since, well, Tarkun is going to be down there in the South Bank anyway, so what do I have to lose?
Gandalf would have been heading to the North Bank.
Oh, okay.
I thought he said that his librarian friend was on the South Bank.
He did.
His librarian
he's
friend
going to-
is, but he wants
Yeah.
to go to
Right, he's
speak to
going
the
off to
captain
talk to
first,
Gurnow.
then, yeah. Which is why I was like, we'll stick with him until, but then he was like, no, I'm
Also-
going myself.
Yeah,
Also,
he was like,
I've-
bye.
Just time out for just 1 second. The guy
Sure.
the guy that Gandalf was arguing with in the town square, I thought that was Gurnow. I'm sorry, who was
No,
that?
that's his son.
Sarnau.
Far now.
Yeah, Captain Gurnow.
Tharnau and Gurnow. Okay,
Captain-
sorry, they sounded so much alike. I've been thinking it was the same guy this whole time.
Captain Gurnow is in charge of the city. He's got 7 sons.
Okay, so Gurnow, Tharnau,
Look,
Eadward.
it's stand to lose
Edward.
one.
All right.
And
So
Bob.
we haven't actually talked to Gurnow yet.
There's where now, who now, what now.
Rioth has spoken to Gurnow, and you probably would have been there. It was very dismissive when you first arrived in
Right.
Tharbad about the raiders.
When we tried to warn him and got laughed off, I remember.
That's the one.
Prick.
Okay, yeah, I'll just look back down the
now.
Rioth.
Ow!
And
Ow,
say-
why'd you do that with that needle? Why'd you prick me
Alright.
with that?
Right, sorry.
Todd.
I just wanted
Well,
to
he
see
got
if it was
me.
still sharp.
It definitely...
All right, let's see then if we can find this missing sister, but let's be careful about it. Gandalf did say not to burn down the town.
Oh, we
Well,
won't. We don't need to burn
bridges.
down the town. We'll just ask around.
I do have candles, so...
Although that might be effective.
No.
If you were to light the town on fire, everybody would come running out, right?
Yeah, but that's a lot of innocent people. and
That's a
stuff
lot
that we'd
of
be
innocent
destroying
people
here.
and a lot of innocent houses. Could you
Either
imagine?
way,
Could you imagine if I lost my favorite chair, Launton? Oh my god. I'd be beside myself.
Yeah, you'd be
I
inconsolable.
miss my chair.
Imagine burning down a forest to save the one squirrel. I don't think this is the best course of action.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it's
right. I
absolutely-
didn't think it through, to be honest.
Okay.
By the
I mean, how
way,
bad is the forest? And
I'm
how
sorry,
good
Rio,
is the
what's that?
squirrel?
Oh, it's perfectly fine.
Can a forest even be bad?
No, that's ridiculous. All right,
You ever
so let's
heard of a place called Mirkwood?
Mirkwood.
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 I think we're all
Aye, the
walking towards the
Mirkwood.
ferry while we're doing this, right?
Yeah.
We're starting to move as I'm
We're not just having
regaling
this-
them with
just
them with
standing
tales
here
of how
forever.
a forest can actually be bad. I'm telling them
Wait,
about
wait,
the
wait.
haunted forest.
But is it the forest or the things in the forest? You know what I mean? I don't understand. As we're walking, you're
Absolutely.
saying
But
that
isn't a forest just the things that are in a forest? Isn't that what makes a forest? Is the things that make a forest by being in them?
It's the trees. The trees that make the forest.
The more you
trees
say forest, the less it makes any sense.
It's one of those words.
Mm.
Forest.
I'm
Is it-
immediately regretting my decision to tell them the story because now
Forest.
I'm no longer even talking and they're just going back and forth with this
No, wait.
philosophical debate.
If the tree
And I'm no
could
longer
grab
included
you,
in the conversation. I'm just not saying anything anymore.
So does that imply? So wait a minute though. Then that implies that each individual person
Right.
can't be good or evil. It's what's in, like
We need to cross.
what's inside.
Oh,
It's
oh,
what's
right.
in the
Oh,
forest.
right.
Hello again, Jan. I'll get you some.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you ready to go back across the Grey Flood to the North Bank?
Well,
we
we're actually hoping we can go to the South Bank. Is that something that you can do?
Yes.
And
ferry
you
you
wouldn't
there.
happen to know where. What the hell
Edwin.
is his name again, Lonnie?
Edward?
Edward. That's it.
Edward. Right. I always forget. It's a terrible name.
It's
Do
a
you happen to
terrible
know where
name.
Edward, the son of Captain Garnow, lives? Would you? We have to deliver him and his wife a wedding gift.
I do not know where they live. I have
All right.
seen Edward before.
What does he look like?
Yeah, I see.
A broad man, long greasy hair,
Oh,
What
And,
color? Hair?
Much like his brother, it is very sort of a ruddy color.
oh, okay.
Oh, right. Okay.
I look
Edward.
up at Anduin.
Rudd. Edward. Okay. Right.
Okay. Well, that's very helpful. I appreciate that.
Very
but yeah,
helpful. Yeah.
if you could ferry us across, I'd really appreciate it. I guess we'll probably have to go in loads again, like we did last time.
Well, I don't know. Do we have to?
Without
We
Gandalf,
found a
might be
very
best.
big human.
I think it
we
might be
may
best.
all fit.
Oh yeah, I said it.
Okay.
So
Oh, right. Okay.
I'll wait till last.
We can say over the next 20 to 30 minutes or so, everybody is ferried over to the South Bank. Probably we'll say right over to here on the map. All right. Thank you very much for your coin and for the food again.
Oh, absolutely. I'm assuming we pay him again for this trip too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yep.
pressing money into his palm, or their palm.
Would you, do you need to travel back later?
It's possible,
Yes.
but I don't. If it gets late, you go do what you need to do to rest. Okay, don't just be waiting in the dark for us.
I'll wait here for an hour then.
Right.
Very good.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Okay.
that. Thank you. Okay.
All right. So we have an hour to find this fella.
Right. Yeah.
Let's try and be subtle if possible.
So,
What?
We're
That's
always
like-
subtle.
We're hobbits. Of course we'll be subtle.
On the South Bank.
Uh-huh.
Just want to turn and stare at Rio. That's it. Nothing. Just a long stare at that statement.
On the south bank here, you can see that many more of the houses have been quarried. They've been used and broken down to probably repair other homes. This is this side of the city has a large tower where the bridge would have run through the center of town. It is the tallest building here, and it is very prominent. All of the hobbits probably have never seen anything like it.
Wow!
It doesn't end. I can't tell.
On the
I don't know.
southwestern side, you can see a large port. There is sort of ruined docks and octagonal shaped stonework that is done there. You can also see that there are many other interesting ruins that are here, structures of different columns and different sorts of buildings. I would say on this side, much less of the town seems habitable. It's kind of the main stretch off of the central causeway here. Underneath the causeway, you can see arches. It is raised up maybe about 20 feet, and it sort of eventually comes down from the Ringgill Tower down through the center of town here. But there are these large arches that are underneath, looking pretty mysterious, and they sort of crop up again throughout parts of the rest of the city. Most of the habitable looking houses are sort of along that central route.
Well, at least we've got a little bit of a view with these buildings taken down by pieces. But I don't know where we should start to even look for this person. I mean, what do we know about them? They are the guard's son, one of them. So do you think there's some level of, I don't know, corruption or something? So would we look for a more prominent house or something that they would be living in?
So.
He'd probably
think
have
we
a
just
more
look for the
prominent
nicest house.
And he'd also
Yeah.
probably have some sort of position of influence. You see the other son back there was made a deputy captain or lieutenant or whatever he was calling himself.
Right.
But Gurnau has probably placed all of his sons into high-ranking positions around town. Perhaps Eriador is a counselor or a... who knows?
Okay, all right.
Whatever they have in these big towns.
So if a person like that has some level of prominence, then they would be known by public areas, such as a tavern, maybe? So
That sounds right.
potentially, I don't know if there's any about. I mean, here it's kind of hard to tell with all of these ruins.
Right. Well, we could try information gathering, asking stories at a tavern, but given the gathering we saw earlier of people that were unhappy, perhaps our best source of information would be more dissidents if we find people complaining. Perhaps
Ooh.
a little bit of gossiping, find the ones who are unhappy, they'd be the most likely to point the finger at Edward.
All right. Considering, I think Lon's brain is running through every story he's ever read before. It's like, all right. So people being, where would upset people talk to each other?
Oh, the bathroom.
The bathroom.
Yeah.
Bathroom. Just
Bathhouse. Absolutely.
very- Bathhouse.
Mm-hmm. It's where all the gossip happens.
Okay. So, is that something that we go and listen to, or because I feel like I don't know time-wise what's involved with all
We
of this.
have an
but-
hour.
well, that's until we can't get back for the night.
Couldn't we just ask someone?
What's
there
a
might be other
bathhouse?
fairies. Just. Ask.
That got me good!
What'd you say? I didn't hear it.
So what's a bathhouse?
It's sort of like it's like a lake on the inside. It's warm.
Where you go to get clean.
Yeah.
He's just like, What?
On the inside. Yeah. The view's not great, but it is warm. Okay, well, maybe we can just ask around. Maybe we can do what we were talking about before, where we were, we've got this present that we're supposed to be given. We traveled all this way for Mary and Edward, and we just got to get him this present. Maybe. I
think that's a good idea.
Maybe someone will be keen to give us information or spit in our face, one of the two.
All right.
All right. Rio, do you have an idea there?
Well, I suppose I look around. Loremaster, is this place residential, or where are you right now in the South Bank?
Well, I have your tokens right along the area that you would have been dropped off in.
Okay. And I would like to, if possible, scan the area, see if there are street markings or perhaps, we need to find this Edward, right? And, we have no idea where to find this man. Looking around, because we have no idea if these people do in fact even bathe, I would like to know if I can see either, like a bathhouse or, get my bearings in a place like the South Bank.
That's a
Where
good
would I
point.
like to stay?
Aren't there a lot of ruins around as well?
There are.
Can't we just look for the fanciest house?
So I have an
Surely his
idea.
son's not going to be living in a rundown.
Right.
I think I've got an idea. Maybe but Anduin would probably not think of it, but maybe the hobbits might think of it. Did these bigger towns or like the Shire have a courier perhaps that delivers packages? They would probably know the address of most people if something needed delivered.
That's true.
There's an idea. Could
That's clever.
say, hey, we have a package. We need a courier to take it across town or something like that. Try to hire one out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's worth a shot, right? I mean, but I don't know how that would all work.
And we
I
have
don't
to
know.
find a courier
First,
house.
I was thinking about a phone book, but obviously those wouldn't exist yet. And then I was like, well, the mail service? So there must be some sort of way to track where people live.
Palantir book or something.
I
Where
kind of
does he
think
live?
the nice house makes the
Yellow
most
pages.
sense because everything looks so bad that the nicest house would theoretically belong to.
Yeah.
Do the
What would you
houses
like
have
to look for,
names?
Rio?
Well, to restate what I wanted to do, scan to see if I could find, nice houses or, I would like a lay of the land by scanning.
Okay. Go ahead and make a scan roll.
Okay.
Looking for the United Middle Earth Postal Service.
A
Sure.
success.
Sure.
21.
Yeah, there's not a lot of places to look, to be honest with you. This side of the bank is pretty bleak in comparison to the North Bank. I mean, the outer districts on the North Bank are, the sort of ruined areas and have really been picked clean. But there used to be a lot of houses here. This used to be much more residential. There used to be a lot of people living here. The ruins of many, many houses are all around you. And it's probably extremely depressing, I would imagine. Just ruins of people's lives all about. There are only a few houses in your immediate area along the causeway. You can see there is a little bit of activity, really nothing in comparison to the Middle Island and to the North Bank. This place is much quieter. There are some people walking along the causeway that you can probably see from your position. There don't appear to be any super nice houses. There does appear to be I guess, nicer houses, sort of, along the way over there in that general area. And there are people kind of like walking along the causeway nearby. That's really kind of all you would get.
Okay.
It's very bleak. More so than in the other places that you've been to here in Tharbad.
Then I turn to the group and I just say, if we are to find any luck whatsoever, then I assume it would be in that direction. And I point towards the center of the south bank. As for your bathhouse, if there is to be one here, perhaps it's in that location. Maybe on the way there, one of you can call out to a local.
Okay.
You can try that.
Sounds like a good idea.
Starting to, I think as we're walking, I say, I'm starting to get the feeling that if you are living here, stationed here from the captain, that this is more like a punishment, considering living conditions.
Maybe he doesn't like the sun.
Aye, maybe.
Does that happen?
Didn't he arrange the marriage?
Right, didn't you say he gave him, he forced this woman to marry him?
Yeah, maybe it's a punishment for them both. That's terrifying to think about.
Maybe they've both got the most awful personalities and it's a punishment.
Oh, maybe they're doing well together then.
Well,
But that's not how
I
that
don't know.
works.
this way, I suppose.
Isn't it though?
The roper man seemed nice enough.
That's true. That is true. But all manner of people. I don't know. But we can see. Oh, you're fast for a dwarf. Phew.
Dang it, Aaron!
That's a good one when you get fair light.
It was about time someone forgot me finally.
Making your way closer to the causeway, Riel, you can see that there's a few people milling about this building over here.
Oh.
Well, talking is not my strong suit, so... Who's the mouth of this organization?
I pointed to... put it... Todd and Piper. These two.
What?
Yeah,
No.
I pointed Todd.
No.
Or
No, that's not going to work here.
Oh, Lonnie, look. You're in trouble.
oh.
That's not how that works.
That's
No!
right, you've got the highest
No.
persuade score. Yeah.
I just put my hand on Launton's back and push him towards the person we're supposed to be talking.
I think I must run right into someone,
I just
surely.
move him forward.
You yeet him forward because you're 10
good.
times his size.
My hands are out, ready to grasp something to keep myself from falling down.
Sure. Yeah, you just kind of put your hands probably on somebody's leg that you run into.
I suppose they're all the mouth.
There's a few. There's like 3 people outside the front of this place. You can see a rickety-looking sign that says the Roadhouse hanging from up above, and there's another sign that says Inn.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, watch your step there, son.
You're absolutely right. It's getting a little darker. I couldn't see. Hello. Could I ask you for a wee bit of information, possibly?
Information? What kind of information?
Well, I'm looking for someone. Well, 2 someones. A Mary and an Eriador. Oh, terrible name.
Make a persuade check for me, please.
Absolutely. Sorry.
Joke is my favorite.
That's a terrible.
Terrible name.
Oh boy, do I use hope for this? I'm eating into my hope here, but
We gotta
hope
start
that's
saving
me
it.
every
We don't
day.
know when we can get it again.
I'm using a hope. I'm using
It's a good thing you're a hobbit because you got lots of it.
It's getting lower and lower. Here we go.
How low can it go?
An 18.
Great question.
I know of Edward.
Yeah, okay. So, I see, heard that Edward and Mary got married, and we have a present for the happy couple. But you can go way back with the
What would a child
Mary.
have a present for? Son
No,
of Captain Gurnow.
Not a child. I'm a hobbit.
A what
we
then?
folk. Hobbit. We're just smaller, but I'm an adult.
Do men children usually have facial hair?
Probably playing at facial hair. It looks like it. You know, like a child with a pretend beard on.
Yeah, it's just
Anyway.
everybody just starts pulling at your beard.
This is real. It's not horsehair. I haven't done that in years. So anyway, I didn't know where the happy couple lived, and I'm here, and I've got their present, and I'd like to be able to give it to them proper.
This man sort of looks around, scratches. Does not look very healthy. I imagine teeth are a bit blackened. You can see clothing is very ragged. And
Just perhaps for a bit of coin.
A bit of coin. Sure. I'm trying to figure out how. I'm definitely less trustworthy or trusting than I was. I think I reach into my waistcoat and I pull. I think I don't even look. I just pull out a coin. I don't know which one it is, but I go. Is this good for a wee bit of information?
That'll do.
snatches the coin.
I imagine it was one of my bigger coins. I just wasn't paying attention. Right. So, yeah, if you could point me in that direction, that would be very helpful.
Edward lives in a modest home along the river.
Okay. And he begins to walk just a little bit to the corner, and then
Yes, I
points
was wrong about that one.
points down the street up ahead. Oops. That is the wrong button. Okay, let's try that again. Points down the corner along the path here, the road there.
There's a small house on the river near the tower.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I'm sure they're going to love their present.
I've not seen the wife in some time.
Oh.
I'm saying right now, if she's dead, my little hobbit heart can't take it. Okay, anyway.
But you have seen him about, just not her.
I've seen neither of them for some time.
Oh no. What if they're both dead?
Well, guess worst case I could leave this present at their door. Anyway, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, and I
Be careful moving amongst the ruins. There are many that would.
Looking sort of down at your pouch, at your hip.
Be most.
Licks his very, very chapped lips.
Why'd you gotta go and do that?
Interested in your coin.
Well, I appreciate the information and the warrant. I'm backing up at this point, and thank you so much for all that. And then I turn and win.
I think as you're backing up, when you start backing up, like on your third or fourth step back, you just hit my knee.
Oh,
hold on. What happened? I was reading your lips.
Yeah.
I think I got a little bit of what he was saying.
Yeah. Well, okay, so that road there, see how it sort of goes and bends towards the water. There's he said a mouse is spilled and I can't really see.
Oh, that's what he said.
Well,
I thought he said mouse. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. See, well, I don't know around here. You might say mice. But yeah, that's where we're going to go, I suppose. But he said he hasn't seen Edward, terrible name, and Mary for...
It's almost like Edward.
It is.
You know?
Edward.
Edward.
Yeah. Like
Anyway, hasn't seen them for a while either, so I'm not sure what we're going to find there.
If he's the son of the captain of the guard, you would think there would be a bigger commotion if he went missing.
Agreed.
Depends on how much the captain cares.
Unless he
He
hates
does
him.
have 7 sons.
Unless
I guess
your
you could
earlier
stand to
theory
lose one.
was...
Banishment.
Maybe that's why he had 7.
No, I just mean like, if you've got 7, you might think to yourself, "Oh, I haven't seen that one in a while."
Right.
You know,
It's
but
true.
it's easy to misplace them.
I do. It doesn't seem
Well,
like
you
a
got
good
so
person
many.
in general. I mean,
Well, I just mean like sometimes I don't think
maybe
about
you-
all my cousins. You know, I got 18 cousins, and every once in a while I'm like, "Oh, you know what? I haven't seen Marley in a long time."
right, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fair. We haven't seen Marley in a long time.
We haven't.
I mean,
I'm
perhaps
just now
your earlier-
realizing.
Perhaps your earlier theory was correct. Maybe he sent him down here as a punishment, and if he hasn't heard from him, he doesn't care.
Oh,
That's
Well-
terrible.
Well, either way, we have a direction. Let's head there.
Yeah, let's start going.
right. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it's because his name is Edward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really upset
That's
with.
probably exactly what it is.
His other sons are named after him. He's, Garnau, Tharnau, Edward.
Edward
Cow
maybe
now,
like the-
brown
Yeah.
cow.
Yeah.
And then Id.
And then it. Yeah. You're right. I think this theory is starting to shape up.
He hates him. Hated
Yep.
him from birth.
That's why he named him Edward.
Wow. How tragic.
Anduin leading the way, you begin to head down the road and towards the directed location where this individual directed Lawton.
Yeah. So I'm probably at this point, considering we're about halfway there from where we were. Probably since that gentleman was a little bit gave me a warning. I think that I'm definitely looking about a little bit more than maybe I would have. Down the little side street here and in between there as we're moving forward, just maybe a little on guard.
You mentioned this warning to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anything scary, I'm blabbering about it. He said that there could be some. I don't know. He licked his lips. It was ridiculous. And then it's danger. He said. Yeah. I hope the others catch up soon.
Continuing
All right.
towards the home, you pass by a few ruined steps, Anduin, and you can see the ruins to your right. And this wind is sort of coming off of the river. It's a bit more open here, and you have more of a wonderful smell that is emanating from the city, wafting across the group. Up ahead, you can see a few homes next to this taller tower.
Where's Toddles?
You leave Toddles behind.
No. Oh, do you need me to move my token? Okay, all right.
She hasn't budged from the boat that we took
No.
to get here.
I've just been like
I've been screaming at you across the town the whole time. That's how I've been
the whole
communicating.
time.
I'm guarding the boat.
I'll just
Anduin,
wait here. Tell you what.
up ahead, you can see several homes next to this tower along the riverbank. Again, on your right, you see even more ruins. Many homes that are just quarried and torn down. There's quite clearly also a lot of water damage that is prevalent. You would see a lot of like the foundations for these homes looking very waterlogged, very decrepit, and without much problem, any strong impact or anything along those lines might cave in one of these walls.
On the map, there's a spot labeled number 12. It looks very big. Can I tell what that is from looking up ahead at it?
You can probably see this ring of some kind of structure up ahead. There's several arches in it, but I don't think you can see it until you probably get a bit closer.
Okay. Well, we are right now on top of the spot that guy pointed us to, are we not? I'll just kind of turn and look back to Launton.
Yep.
Shouldn't it be one of these, right? Which
I
one
believe
is he
so.
talking about?
Yeah, somewhere. I'm like pointing. I'm like,
Is this
something.
multiple houses in front of us, or
Yep.
is it just the one?
Yeah, there's 3 of them there.
so he said modest. I don't know if it's the taller one right there then, but he said modest. So it might be.
I don't know if every town in the world has mailboxes or family names on the front, but I know like the Shire does, for example.
Yep.
And actually,
This
I think
one, this one I don't imagine that you would see any. There's probably some like numbers and things on some of the houses, but it's like erratic and nonsensical.
okay.
Right.
Even in my tribe, we would we would have names on the houses, so I had to looking to see if there's names, and if there's none of that, then is one of the houses nicer than the other 3?
Not really. I would say that the one that's closest to you is a bit bigger than the others.
Loremaster,
Yes.
Garnau and his ilk, do they have like a crest or something that they have to...
Identify themselves?
Exactly.
Yeah, most definitely. The deputy captain and Captain Gurnau, they both had badges, and there would have been a crest on those badges. I imagine it would be something related to the Grey Flood River.
And
Probably
would
be,
I
it
be
would
able
probably
to...
be the bridge across the river.
Okay. And would I be able to scan the area to see if any of the houses around here have
Sure.
said crest
Yeah,
on
go
them?
for it.
Okay. Oh, I failed.
Okay. Yeah.
I-
Looking around, you don't really see anything indicative of any relation to Captain Gurnau.
I think as we approach the first home, are there any windows that are not open, but not shuttered? I guess I should say.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Yes, there are.
Right. Okay. So I think that I grab Piper and Todd and I point at the window, and then do the finger to lips sort of thing and quiet, and then I go over there, and this time I get down so that one of them can climb up and look in.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Looking into the first building. That's where you're looking, you said?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The first building.
First building, you look inside, you can see what you would imagine to be probably a modest kitchen.
Oh, this is terrible.
What?
There's not enough room for anything. Sorry, you can continue, Loremaster. I was just adding my ridiculous commentary.
Sure. There's a modest looking kitchen, probably a few pots and pans. Doesn't appear to be any movement inside.
Oh, this is awful. Terrible.
What?
How do you even make bread?
What?
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 Oh, sorry, I don't see anything.
Oh, okay. Well,
There's nothing to make bread.
No. There's barely enough
Squalor.
counter space. Terrible.
If they've been standing up there this whole time, like staring through the window, and there's been no reaction, I'm just gonna walk over and lean down and look in the window too.
Sure.
Oh, that must be nice.
Sure. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. I mean, you can make a scan roll if you want.
All right. That was me postulating there for a second, but I think I will. All right. Oh no, I won't. Why did you have me do this? I'm terrible at this.
I just
I'm not
said you, and
Yeah.
Anduin was the last one to speak. You're the one that
Oh, right,
decided
okay.
to say that.
Oh Christ! All
Yeah, I've
right.
got nothing to. I've got
You
nothing
know,
to
just
lose. I'll
me
go
butting
ahead.
my
and-
head in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a peek. Got nothing to lose. Why not? See if I spot anything in there. Not a good roll.
It just seems devoid of any sign of life.
This is the first of the 3 houses.
Uh-huh.
Okay. No movement, no sound, no nothing.
Nothing.
Seems
Alright.
pretty empty. We'll try the next house.
Yeah, let's try the next house for now.
Okay. This one's a little bit smaller. There's 2 windows in the front. And
Oh, does it? I forgot to ask. Does it look like people have come and gone? Like, I know there's no one here now, but does the house at least look lived in? Like, is there breadcrumbs laying around? Is there trash? Are there footprints coming and going from the front door?
So nothing so overt, but I think you can see there's like maybe some stuff in the kitchen that doesn't look like it's like rotted out. You know, there might be like a potato or something on a counter.
Okay, so it at least it doesn't look completely abandoned.
One singular potato. It must be so lonely.
It's a good representation of Tharbad, a singular potato.
That's a mashed potato. Oh, I can't even make mashed potatoes with one potato.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but it's.
I mean, there's a lot
sad.
you could do with one potato, but it is
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
Like, how could you make, 4 potatoes and then just leave the last one there? Probably what happened, right?
How big were the
Need I
pots?
remind
It wasn't
you-
big enough for the.
Sorry, that we're not
We
there
are
and we
looking
can't be.
for a missing woman,
Right.
Right, that is important.
It's far more
and
important
we
than
are
one
standing on
singular
their front
potato.
steps. Focus.
Right.
We get to the next house and then do the
Sure.
same routine.
Yeah. Which one of you would like to make a scan roll?
I suppose.
Not
I
me.
will.
My
right.
scanning
Not me.
ability is about average. I can
Right.
do it if need be.
Is that your way of saying you have 3 pips and is favored?
No, I have only 2 and it's favored, so you've got a slight edge. Go for it.
Okay. I failed regardless.
Oh,
my
what?
Ow.
Look, 2 1s.
How is that
ones.
He
possible?
rolled 4 1s.
He
Wow.
rolled the same crap that I rolled on my all roll earlier. 4 1s
Oh my god.
Wow.
and a snake eyes on the feet die. That's impressively bad.
That is super,
Why,
super
thank
bad.
you.
Yeah. So this one, I think, is shuttered. You can't actually see
Your
into the
scan roll
windows.
is so bad that the window is closed.
Yeah.
It's just like you rolled so bad the window actually closes as you approach.
Oh, a stiff breeze.
I will say, however, though,
What?
there is a strange smell that is coming from this house.
Oh no.
Oh. What kind of strange smell?
This smell is
Not death, not death.
Criminal in nature?
I would say Anduin and Riod, make a history check for me.
I was about to
Or
say
lore.
when I-
Lore. Sorry.
Lore.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it's not going to be pipeweed, is it?
With a 14, I fail.
Mm.
We'll see if I roll again, Delphrone. Give me the lucky. Oh, almost.
Okay.
Not
You-
quite.
You're unfamiliar with this particular smell. It doesn't smell like... It doesn't smell like what you would associate with death, which is a very sort of specific smell. It smells like, if anything, maybe waste.
Oh no.
That is foul, whatever's in here.
I asked one of the hobbits to come over since they're all about food.
Yep.
Could you confirm the smell?
What is that? Smells like my Uncle Jerry's feet.
It does smell like your Uncle Jerry's feet.
I've not
Right.
smelled his feet in a while, but I'm going to agree.
It's like I'm taken right back.
Oh, that kind of
wafts
waste.
down the whole river.
I don't think they eat that.
Oh.
No, we don't eat that, but
Oh.
No,
powerful noses hobbits have, I'm sure.
I think I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
It's very strong smell.
It is very strong. Why would this house have that smell in it?
It's my
Maybe
Uncle
something
Jerry
is
here, you
inside.
think?
When was the last time you saw him?
I can't.
PB broke PB.
I don't know. Probably months now.
That's enough time to get here. And
I guess so.
No, half of it.
Jerry!
Specific for the situation.
Uncle Jerry!
Uncle
Everyone
Jerry!
we've spoken to says they've never seen a hobbit before. I don't think he's here.
Aye.
Well, Uncle Jerry's pretty tall, actually.
Should we? For a hobbit.
For a hobbit.
Should we knock here or something? I mean, I know that it might be a bit forward, but I don't understand, and it seems so suspicious that they've not seen these two people in a while.
I just thump on the door.
Oh.
Don't.
You hear nothing.
Well, should we look at the other house first and then come back to this one? I don't think it's going anywhere.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, that's probably fair. We'll go to the other house and see if there's anyone about there, and then maybe come back.
Yeah, I'll agree to that. I'll check the third house quickly.
Okay. Begin
I'm
to
still calling around for Uncle Jerry. Probably.
begin to check the third house. You would like to make a scan roll for this?
I suppose I could do it again, but
No, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it this time. Oh, damn it. I'm running up there as you take a look.
Just curious. I just want to see if, because I'm terrible. I have nothing and no pips, which I think means it's absolutely impossible for me to succeed, right?
Yeah.
Just thought I'd
Unless
check.
you have a Gandalf.
Total failure. Right. Got it.
Yeah.
Rioth, as you begin to walk
aye.
to the next house, your eyes are open, your ears are open, and you're trying to probably close your nose. Something strikes you as odd. It is before you get to the third house. You think you see just a crack in the wall that you can actually see partially through. There's a little bit of light making its way through. And you're realizing that through the crack, you can see what should be the far wall, except it has crumbled. And
Oh,
you
no.
see stone broken up beyond it. What should be the other side, the far side of this second house.
Hmm. It seems as if someone has broken through the far wall of this house into the one adjacent.
What?
How tall is this house?
It's like a one-story kind of house, so probably like 12 to 15 feet, I would imagine.
Oh, perfect. Doddles, come here.
Okay. And I just.
Up you go. And I'll just lift her up by the waistband or whatever until her arms are in reach of the roof of the house.
I'm flying.
Toddles, you
Yeah.
make your way onto the clay shingles. It's sort of, I would imagine the roofs here are a little bit like almost Mediterranean kind of looking. They have those
All right.
clay tiles. Many of them are broken, and mismatched, and several are missing in places, but you can see them all shattered and placed about.
All right. And what exactly am I looking for?
If the whole wall back there is crumbled, then surely there's probably like holes in the roof too. You should be able to see what's going on.
I immediately turn around and scan for any holes on the roof.
Sure.
I don't want to go walking around yet.
You don't have to make a scan roll.
Oh, thank goodness, because I'm terrible at it.
To notice any holes, but you can make a scan roll for other things if you'd like.
Well, like I said, it's mathematically impossible, but I will try anyway.
Okay.
No surprise there.
You don't notice anything. There's a few, like, small holes here and there.
I don't see anything. Just some tiny holes. And that's tiny for Hobbit.
Please make an athletics check for me, Toddles.
Down I go through the roof. I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's mathematically impossible for me to win at this one too. Oh!
Oh no.
Toddles, you begin to lose your footing.
Okay.
On the roof. A few of the shingles begin to slide and sort of like dominoes. You go on the far side, you start to slide down the roof over there.
So am I going back towards Anduin, or am I going the other way? Okay, all right.
Oh no.
I don't see anything, and it's like small for a hobbit.
And that's where we're going to take our break. We'll be right back in just a little bit, everybody. Hang tight for more Ashes of Eriador. We'll be back in just a few minutes. If you have not done so, please make sure you're following all these wonderful people. Head on over to tablestory.tv/ashes to go follow them in all of the places, please. We're going to take a small break. And if you have yourself a Prime Gaming sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes, support these wonderful people, or just throw money at them. You know, whatever works for you. Go support them. They're fantastic. Make sure you're following Tablestory here on Twitch, Tablestory on YouTube, and tablestory.tv/Discord to come hang out in our Discord, which is a very active place where we're talking about all the different shows and things that we're doing. Brad has just recently announced a new show that will be starting up next month. Star Wars. He's talked about it already. And there's a trailer if you haven't seen it yet. And yeah, check it out. We'll be back in just a little bit. Hang tight for more Ashes of Eriador. Back in just a little bit. And when you see, maybe you might have been able to see Piper or Toddle's head up above on the roof before, and you hear, "Ooh!"
Toddles?
Ooh!
Toddles!
Is that a wood owl?
I immediately just flip through front door.
Yep. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Sorry if I fail this one.
Is this on the middle house?
Yes.
It's on the one with this smell of waste where Toddles was on the roof. Yeah, I think it's the middle house.
Right.
Feat success.
You smash
Wait,
through
are we
the
sure
door.
it's the middle house? Sorry, because we were like at the middle house that smelled bad, and then we were like, let's move on to the other one, and that's the one with the crack.
Aye, they're all adjoined. And
Got it. Sorry, so sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
No. As we were going, Rio saw something, and then we sort of stopped.
And when
and
you
then
smash through the door.
From what
Why is
Rio
she
had said,
making
the back
sound?
wall was missing, right? Can I see the whole house is missing in front of me, or is it just like a smaller room?
It is a smaller room, probably the equivalent of a small living room area.
Hello?
You can hear the wind sort of coming in off of the river. You can hear like sort of a muffled
Do I hear
speech.
thump, 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 like rolling
could hear-
down the
yeah,
back wall?
You can hear some like muffled speech in the room beyond.
it mine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I assume that it's Toddles. So I'm just like progressing. I'm following the noise through the middle of the house, but also looking to see the source of the odd smell.
You can
As I'm
see
pushing through.
you can see a lot of the interior of the house is smashed up. It looks as if much of the furniture has been destroyed. The interconnecting walls and support structure that should be prevalent in this house are smashed and broken. Many of the bits of the ceiling appear to be sagging. And from one of them, you can see hanging an upside down Toddles.
Am I alive? Did I die? Am I dead?
I think you're quite alive, although a bit strung up.
It smells far worse in the house.
Foul in here.
Oh.
How high up is she?
Right through your
Can I
mouth.
reach her?
Ugh.
Toddles is probably tall enough, high enough for you to sort of, on your tippy toes, maybe grab her.
Okay. Tell you what. How did you?
Are you gonna rescue me?
I'm trying to figure out how, because if I.
What if I just immediately like, can I release myself?
Yeah,
How
you
am
can
I
take off
stuck?
your belt.
Oh, that's not happening. I'm not pantsing myself.
That's why I hesitated. If I pull you,
Yeah.
I fear it will rip all your clothes off. Can you unhook from the rope?
Can you pick her up and then pick her
Yeah.
push her up,
Like,
and
you know,
then-
like when you gotta like
Readjust.
lift and then
Okay.
move.
All right,
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
Come here. I'm gonna put both
Lift on
hands.
my
I'm gonna
shoulders, okay?
put hands on the shoulders and then just lift
Alright.
up.
Is it working,
You gotta keep
Loremaster?
your body straight, or so you
I'm
gotta.
being still. Okay,
Yeah.
you got it. Put me down.
Up you
Put
go.
me down.
Okay.
You
Oh.
secure Toddles. Reels. You can see the source of the smell. In the corner, there is probably the biggest pile of waste that you have seen, aside from a farmstead and like a pile of manure.
Uncle Jerry, he melted.
It smells far worse than any manure that you've ever smelled.
It smells like manure, I'm sure.
It is vile.
Oh, that's awful.
Is there any noticeable ropes or chains near it?
No.
Okay.
Is it just filth?
Yes.
Oh,
Is this how
there-
city people normally live?
No, I feel like I'm wondering if Mary was sort of holed up in here, or stuck in here or something, and this is her.
like
her
being held captive.
well,
It looks
or
far too big for any single person to do whatever.
Oh,
Well,
it's not.
seems like a group
It's not a
effort.
cumulative. It seems to be. It's an individual pile.
Is this a whole house,
If-
a washroom?
If an elephant took a poop,
Yeah.
it's about that big.
Oh, I see. So it's not like an
Right, okay,
accumulative
yeah.
pile, like he
Yeah,
was saying.
nope.
Like, oh, right. It's one big animal that has
One
pooped.
singular big poop. I
That's-
see.
That's one big
That is-
pile of poop there.
That has got to be a very massive behind.
And Darwin, would you know of any beasts big enough to produce such a gift?
Like a dragon.
Why would you call
I like turn around and go outside real fast.
a gift? Why?
None that I would expect to find in a city.
I look around the room. Is there anything else apart from the filth?
Everything has been smashed.
And are there any interconnecting rooms?
There are. There's probably two other rooms besides this back room where Toddles fell into. The first
Okay.
one you walked through, and there would have been another one, and the wall and door that's there is sort of smashed.
I see. To accommodate whatever derriere made the pile, I assume.
Where there's a hole in the wall. There's a hole. So did something come in and then poo?
It looks like whatever made that might be through there.
What animals are, care about, pooing inside somewhere?
The back wall is missing, right? If I look out the back wall, am I just seeing the river?
You're seeing the river and the street. The stones are smashed inwards into the house.
Okay, does it just open up like straight into the river, or is there
there's
first
a
like
road.
a road crossing?
Yeah, there's a road.
Okay. So it's not like something came up out of the water and just punched through.
No, but this does not bode well.
No.
Loremaster, in our time in the tavern, have we heard any tale or any word about anything other than human business?
Anything other than human business? What do you mean?
Aye. As in, any rumors about a creature, Not about the business we see here in particular, just, like how the Wolfman is lore in the Grey Flood. Perhaps maybe there is a creature that could have produced us that we may have an inkling of.
Sure. What do you think this role is? And if you were all in the inn, so...
I assume this would be a lore roll.
Lore song, perhaps? No.
If someone was singing about it, perhaps lore or song would work. Creatures of magnitude and mythos tend to be sung about, so it would work, I suppose.
Also, with this,
eavesdropping with my awareness, perhaps.
I'm looking for a stick or maybe fire tongs or something while this is going about.
Sure. I'll tell you what.
Do we not have anyone with a decent...
We had the 3 hobbits that were partaking in a drinking contest, so I don't think the hobbits can make any rolls for this.
Fair.
So it'll be between Anduin and Riold, and both of you make what role you feel is appropriate for this.
Okay. It would be a lore roll for me.
Okay.
Not the most accommodating challenge or target number, but we'll see. A failure by 1.
Oh,
So close.
right, it's close.
I don't know. I feel like lore probably is the appropriate role, but I have no chance of succeeding at it unless if I was eavesdropping on people and I could roll awareness, that might work. I'm just not sure if that would really be the proper role here.
So awareness. Let's see here. Is a readiness to react, notice something unexpected, difficult to detect, keen senses, and watchfulness. I will give you this, but I will say I think you have a -1 to the bonus die on this one. Because this is really meant to be like immediate.
Right.
An immediate threat.
Oh. I still have better odds here than on lower roll, so I'll take a crack at it.
Hey, look at that.
All right, okay.
That is not only a success, it is a great success. You have 1 extra special success. How would you like to spend it?
Additional insight seems appropriate here.
Yes. All right. You did hear something worrying. Maybe you brushed it off at first, but it was a little bit of a worry. You heard some people sort of laughing about a few different things. First, some kind of creature living in the Grey Flood, and banter about it. That's just sort of an old wives' tale, and that wasn't even here. That was in Londaire. And you also heard about trolls living under the causeway.
Right. And I'm thinking, and were these like part of the same story, or is this like two different things?
Different things. Just general babble that you heard throughout the inn during the night.
Okay, so
I'm looking
potentially
for
trolls
something-
or something more foul than that.
I'm looking
What
for
could be more foul than a troll?
a broom or something long, but a broom or like I said, fire tongs or something like that around the space.
Ugh. I mean, you can find broken bits of furniture. There's probably like a table leg or something.
That'd work. Okay. So I'll pick up the table leg and then try not to vomit again. I'm gonna get close to the pile of poo, and I'm gonna dig and pull as I look for bones.
You look through the pile, and you see fish bones.
Fish bones. Which would still be interesting to see something just eating fish like that.
They
okay.
passed an entire fish.
Well, just the bones.
Does
There
this
were
actually
people-
do anything? Oh,
There
sorry.
were people back in the inn in Tharbad talking about something that lurks in the water nearby. Perhaps it's more than just a tale.
Oh. You're right.
My fear was I thought that maybe something burst in here and then ate Mary and Edward and then, moved
That
them
might
out and
be
left.
exactly it.
That's
Loremaster.
not entirely out of the question, but let's just search this place and get out.
Mm-hmm. Loremaster,
Yes.
how fresh is the stank? Like,
Mhm. I think this is a hunting check, probably.
Okay, and Darwin, how fresh is the stank?
You're gonna make me poke around in it.
No, you're a hunter and
Okay.
trapper. You would know if, this is fresh or, like last Tuesday's news.
I got a success. From watching Launton poke around, how old can I gauge this to be?
I'm pulling off the crust.
Few days.
Not been here that long, but it wasn't today either.
I'm not playing in it. I'm worried there's bones in it.
London, stop
can't.
touching it.
I'm not
What if
touching
it
it.
permanently stains you?
Okay, I walk
Lawton, you
away.
can go ahead and make a scan roll for me.
Scan roll.
Oh.
Walking away from that and checking the other room.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
He gets it in his eye.
Oh!
The pink eye of Sauron.
Sorry.
Did I misspeak?
You have ruined everything.
Oh.
Oh.
This show is so much
That was
fun.
fast. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
While you're looking through, you slip and fall in.
Oh.
It's on me! Hold my pocket! I can't!
I put my hand down and of course it just pushes through.
I think as
Throw me in the
soon as
river!
he falls in, Piper starts, and then I start, and then it's like we're singing a song of, because we're triggering each other out with the puking.
Yeah. This is you're on your
puking chorus.
You're on your own.
What was it Gandalf said about hobbits again?
At this point, I'm gonna, after searching the side room, I'm just like walking back in and seeing this, and then, nope, and I just go back to the.
It's that community gif where he walks in with
Yes.
the pizzas and
Walking
everything.
in with the pizza and everything's on fire. Except in this case, I just nope, and I just turn and go back in the other room.
I think I'm gonna stumble away from this and towards where. So
Leaves him.
you.
One leaves him alone in the shit.
Well, no, if he's crying for help, we gotta help him.
Pull on my back. I can't even look at. I can't even look at.
Piper, if you were stuck in there, we'd be helping you.
I'd want you to let me die.
You just vomit on me? Pull me out.
I'm trying to help him out. I'll try to help him out.
Sure.
There's no way I'm leaving him in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Tell me it's an
Oh, God.
athletics check.
I'll help too.
No, it can't be athletics because
No.
there's no possible
Please.
way I could win that, and I am not falling in that shit.
Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check for me, please.
How dare you?
Wait, if I'm also helping her, can I help her in any way?
You can also roll an athletics check.
Also roll. Okay, cool. So, great.
Oh,
That is a Gandalf rune.
The most
not me.
fortuitous Gandalf rune ever.
Well, you still have to roll, Toddles.
but she could
Okay.
use that success
Yes.
to give me
To
a
get you
success.
both out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, you can do that. You managed to
Thank you,
help your friends out.
You're welcome.
And yeah, it's not pretty. Lawton is gonna need a few baths.
A few.
Can we throw
at
him in the
least.
river? The river's pretty foul too.
Anduin just told you that it was potentially some large river creature that did this in the first place, and your first thought is go
Well,
into the
it's
water.
not gonna come and eat its shit, is it? I can't imagine
it's
he's
gonna
very
shoot out.
appetizing right now.
into the water with it.
Does anyone have any water on them?
Maybe you should all do this for safety.
Does anyone have any water on them?
How far away is the water
There's
from
no
where
way
we're
I
at?
tried.
a
it's-
canteen
yeah,
is gonna
it's-
help that.
It's maybe 20 feet away.
20. I'm like
He's like,
I'm like
arms
bow-leg
outstretched.
walking with my arms out.
yeah, like a swamp creature,
I think I take.
a swamp
You know.
child.
I'm trying to take my bag off, knowing that it. I don't.
Our hands.
Okay.
We also have it on our hands.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm going into the river
So
to
I'm,
clean my hands off.
following them, yeah.
I maintain a respectful distance.
Good
I
40
don't
to
have
50
any
feet
soap?
away.
I imagine
we
the
bring
water's not
soap?
too great either, but
Do hobbits have soap?
If you don't have soap in your useful items, then you don't have soap.
I do have a question
no.
before the hobbits ruin the entire crime scene or scene. Are there footsteps around the area? Like if there was a creature around that came in here and did this, is there a trail aside from the trail?
Sure. So you can. This is a hunting roll. I think in general for something like
And
this.
Darwin,
I'm currently in the
Or a
other
scan.
room.
Or a scan. Hunting or scan.
okay, or a scan. I shall scan then. Ooh, there he is. Gandalf rune.
So it takes you a little while to notice, Rioth. But you do find some kind of a trail. It's probably been washed away a little bit. You get the impression that, this road by the river here tends to flood relatively easy. Like, it's really not a high bank here. Like, it's probably only a few inches from the water. And part of it might have been washed away. But there is a trail there. It appears to be leading southwest.
Okay. I save that in my bunk, and I wait for them at the bunk to wash up, and I wonder what Andarwin is doing.
Can I just
He's
say I love
dying in
that
the other
you pronounce it differently than the rest of us?
cracking up in the other. I'm sorry, I can't get the image of Aaron yelling, "Pull me out with it!"
Won't anyone help me?
Well, the two of us are just retching in the corner.
The worst part about it is it's muffled. So it's like,
Yeah.
somebody pull me out!
Oh, no!
there's like
and you have to
bubbles.
open your mouth to try to... No!
I'm.
That's it.
I'm sitting in the water. I'm sitting in the water, and I'm just like.
Great episode, everyone.
You're like
take 17
You're like hugging your knees. This is the worst thing that ever happened to you.
I've got you know the
And you nearly
the gif with the dog and the cupcake, and it's like staring at the cupcake, you know.
There's tear tracks through the shit on your face.
What was that word to go home again?
Yeah, you take a few minutes here to clean up Launton, and it's it's rough. Let's just say that. Coddles, you and Piper have spent a little time cleaning up yourselves. It doesn't smell good. It's not good. You definitely need some soap. It's a very worthwhile purchase.
Okay.
Wait, I think I have some.
Okay. I finally regained enough control to hopefully get a sentence out. Loremaster, the side rooms, you said there were 2. I just picked the one furthest.
You walked through one of them when you came in.
Okay, so I went to the unexplored room then. Is there anything of interest in the room?
You can make a scan roll.
Okay.
No,
Man, I cannot roll today.
Yeah, everything was unfortunately pretty smashed up and broken. There's only sort of like bits and bobs. I will say, even with a fail here, you would find what will I give you for this? I will say that you found some like what would have been like an armoire, like a wardrobe, that was smashed up. You found some clothing and things, ruined and torn, and you would have found something, and I would imagine that this is probably some kind of a crest of Tharbad here.
Right. The armor with the clothing. Do any of the outfits in here look like guards' clothing or the guards' uniforms?
No.
I'll keep the crest of Tharbad with me and just like pocket that. And then if there's nothing else of interest in the room, I'll walk back out to check and see if the hobbits have sorted themselves out yet.
Yeah, we can imagine, 10-15 minutes have passed. They've sort of tried to do their best to clean up. They still don't smell great, obviously. None of you do.
At this point, I doubt I would have been able to wash my shirt or my waistcoat or pants. But
You didn't take it off or burn it.
Well, then I'm naked, and that's not going to be too helpful. So I must be.
Could you imagine?
I'm gonna.
3 naked hobbits running.
I'm gonna go. What are those naked children doing?
We're not children.
We're not children.
Doesn't make it better.
Makes it a sight worse.
The smashed up armoire with clothing in it. Is any of this clothing in a wearable state? Or is it all destroyed?
It's all destroyed.
Okay, so
I tried.
with that being,
Thank you.
I am soaked with gross smelling clothes, and that's just how it is.
Once the group gets together, I'm going to point to Andarwin.
As I hold up the crest.
Aye. So it seems that we had the right house. That is their crest. The trail from the creature, if it be a creature, leads that way to the southwest.
South
Trail.
Aye.
Should we follow it?
Well, if we want to get to the bottom of this mess and find out
Which
what
we
happened.
absolutely do.
Let's not say the bottom of. I think that's.
I think we got to the bottom of the mess already.
Soon
I don't want to go back to the bottom of anything.
It's a bit too soon for him, I think.
Okay, perhaps Perhaps Aaron should avoid the bottom of.
1,000-yard stare following behind you.
Perhaps Launton should avoid the bottom of any mess.
Yeah.
I regret everything. We could just leave.
Everything.
Everything.
What?
No, just everything since we walked
What
into the house.
wonderful.
What was the Hobbit? The Hobbit had a safe word for saying I had too much adventure. They're
Yeah.
screaming it right
Now,
now.
what's happening now?
Curiosity. No, let's just go.
Right.
Am I nose
Right.
deaf yet to this, or am I still smelling it? Have I become one with the smell?
I feel like this
Roll
is
a
a valor
nose scan.
roll.
A valor roll. Yes, please. Absolutely. Here we go. This is wonderful. I'm so excited. I wish I had put something into this.
Oh no,
Oh.
the pink guy of Sauron again.
Oh no. That's what just we're calling it now, isn't it?
Aye.
It's a meme.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Some Photoshopper needs to get on that right now.
Launton,
Yeah.
as you have cleaned yourself, were you ever expecting anything like this?
No, I'd imagine that the depressive atmosphere of this place has probably been
That's
a weight
pretty
all,
apt.
all its own.
Oppressive and sorry.
Yeah, but I don't think that I would have ever expected this level of, outcome to be just so not even humiliated. I mean, I don't even think I'm feeling that. The fact that there is something here, we were trying to do a good thing. I've been covered in feces and I don't even understand
I think
almost like how to deal with it.
Yeah, there's also this bit of a maybe a little, as weird as it is to say, little intimidation. What was this big to do this?
Yeah.
Big enough that you fell into it. This wasn't a pile of horse manure for someone's farm. You've seen plenty of hobbits accidentally slip in some manure.
Sure, yeah.
But
okay, so I think with that, a little bit, Launton is really understanding how far from home he is right now.
Oh.
And not even the want to go back home, which of course is there, but more like the reality of what the Shire is just a little bit less in his mind. The safety and what that place is supposed to be and what home is supposed to be. That there are places like this in the world. There are things like this. I think that there's just a little bit of that innocence is lost. Just a little bit.
From falling in a pile of shite.
I think this was the final straw.
The
Yeah.
icing.
Big
on
shite,
the-
though. It was a very big,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
big shite.
But after Jan and the townspeople and the tyrants of this place and our own dealings with the thief, and I think it's just culminated just a little bit, and I don't know. I think there's just a bit of that safety that I used to feel was always there. It's gone.
yes. You are considered the messenger of the group.
Aye.
And messengers.
What does that mean?
It's important. Because my
See.
weakness is wandering madness.
No, it's not. You wrote the wrong thing down.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm trying
What
to
is it?
find it right now, but I don't know what yours is. Messenger calling. Oh, it is Wandering Madness. Why did they
Yeah.
write it this way in the book?
Oh, so from what I remember, and as long as it is correct, it is that loss of your grip of reality and the roots that you had
That's
to the point
terrifying.
where you don't feel like you can go home again.
Oh.
And that's that. I think this is definitely the first slip into that recognition that whatever I used to think life is, it's not. Whatever the worst thing to ever happen that we dealt with was nothing. And I don't think I've got a big sense of that. There's just enough creeping in.
Yeah, there's a bit of a stillness, a look on Lonton's face after he's cleaned up, a bit detached from the situation as you all are sort of making light and laughing and whatnot.
How is this tracked? This sort of shadow rolls.
You have 1 point of shadow.
Where is that on the sheet? I don't.
It is right under heart.
Under heart. Oh, 1 point of shadow.
What do you do?
I'm quiet and sort of to the back.
Okay, so where are we going now?
Oh, at this point, now that Rio has pointed out that the creature is leaving a trail,
Yeah,
I'm just kind of starting to follow the trail.
I'll follow along
And
as
I'm
well.
probably not really noticing what's going on with Lonton because I have gone into hunter mode.
Mm-hmm. Sure. You begin to follow this trail. It's a little bit past midday. Since you've been going through all this, and the shadows fall heavy as you approach the Ringle Tower. You can see the overcast, mostly overcast day, still drawing shadows across the area around the Ringle Tower. There is a sort of semicircular building nearby. It's, again, sort of very decrepit. You can see a few of the roof shingles have sort of fallen off and broken. These clay tiles have sort of broken and fallen nearby where the roof sits. A lot of sewage has sort of massed up around the bank here, mixed in with some brambles along the bank, and you can see that there is something on the ground just where the causeway and the tower meet. Beyond, you can see a very large crack in the wall, easily big enough for multiple people to fit through in the foundation of the Ringle Tower.
So, this is it?
Probably.
I wonder if the folk here know about this creature, if its supposed nest is in here. Do we smell something like what we smelled, if our noses still work? Do we
not have to make a scan roll. You definitely do.
Okay,
And
I
something
recognize the
more
smell.
pressing. You see that there is blood near the crack in the foundation. You think you see an animal bone on the ground.
And Darwin, what sort of beast do you think that is? By the blood, how old is that?
Does the blood look dried out? Or I would probably have to get closer to tell, to be honest.
How far away are we in this scene, Loremaster?
I don't know. That's up to you.
I'll respond. there were people in the tavern when we first arrived in town the night that you and the hobbits were drinking. I overheard some tale of a boogeyman of sorts living in the water, some sort of creature, but they didn't elaborate much. Just that it was big, scary. Based on the pile that it left in that house, has to be quite large.
I see. Well, now
And
I
based
suppose
on-
the question is, what do we do about it? We're not here as monster hunters.
Agreed. It would be nice to have at least a few more fighting men and some big spears if we're to challenge a big creature.
But they're all in the middle of the island.
Something about the guardsmen of this town. I doubt they're going to be so easy to rally. They're going to call it someone else's problem the same way they've dealt with every other problem here.
Aye, I agree.
So what do you propose we do?
Well,
We're just here to figure out the whereabouts of the missing wife, are we not?
Oh, right. So we just leave this thing to maybe consume somebody else another day.
More wives.
would you two consider yourselves monster hunters?
No,
Not at all.
but you look like a monster hunter to me.
Do you remember the tale of the winged serpent that I chased
Yeah,
into the
you're
mountains?
a dragon slayer.
No, me and my clan, 25 of us fighting that thing, slew it together. Fighting
Right.
a big creature like this with a group as small as ours, I'm not sure is a wise idea.
Well, okay, but size
do you
isn't everything, and we know as hobbits that, you know, just because we're tiny doesn't mean we're not, you know, formidable.
Right, and 25 could have been overkill. You don't really know.
If you could have snuck up on that dragon while it was asleep, you could have just put
No.
a sword in its head and not fought it, right?
No, could not have.
I mean, if you looked right on top of it and it was asleep,
Like, you know, leapt down from
just
above.
straight into the head.
Yeah.
I think you would very visibly see Anduin suddenly get very downcast at this topic.
I will pull
Right.
back from it.
So, okay, all right.
I could have done a lot of things different that day, I suppose, but it's too late now, and here I am.
Sorry.
Right.
Just... I'm not saying that we need to be fighting this thing, but...
No, you're right. You're right.
Well, do we
Maybe
have
this
a
is my
plan?
chance to make up for the things I did wrong.
Well,
All right, let's
hold
kill
on,
this
hold
thing
on.
then.
Maybe.
Kill is
Wait.
such a strong.
Maybe I can go and take a look at it and see
No.
what we're dealing with.
No.
And then I can be real
No.
sneaky like, and then I
No.
can come back and we can make a decision from that.
What
because
if it eats you while you're being all sneaky like?
Like, I was real
I'll
sneaky,
scream
like,
and
with
then
the-
you'll know to come and save me.
Yeah, that's it. Scream from you getting eaten. You know,
No, but I
was...
mean, what if she screams?
It'll
when
start
she
at the
sees
bottom,
it,
surely.
right?
It'll start
Listen,
with my
That's
legs.
a good point.
No, it's not a good point. That's not a good point. No, the legs are... No, you need all of you.
I know that I'm short, but there's enough space before I can start
No,
screaming,
look,
you know?
you get a little chomp. It's not going to be a little nibble. You're going to be screaming. You lose...
Enough.
Right, and then you know to come
outside.
save me.
If the creature was asleep, you've certainly awakened it by now.
Aye.
Oh.
Oh.
Just... No going in.
What
Okay.
time of day is it?
It's just past
Loremaster.
midday.
Okay. Now, Meyer presumes that since the lore mentioned troll, this might be something akin to that. Would Ryulf?
Well, you made a lore roll earlier. And I don't think you know for sure.
Okay. In which case, I hold my peace. Well, whatever
We
it might...
could-
Mhm.
we could try to verify whether the missing lady is here or not. Perhaps
don't you
avoid
have-
fighting.
Did I see you pick up the crest?
Oh,
I
I've
don't-
definitely shown it to you, but that would be the
Okay.
crest.
Well, so then it's a crest of the wealthiest family running the place, right?
Hmm.
We
Probably
could
belong to
imply that their
Edward.
brother. I mean, assuming they don't hate him, you know. It could, you know, that could rally them. This
right.
creature
We could
ate your
get all
brother.
7 brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, his name is Edward. They probably hate him,
From birth.
Well, if he's
Yeah.
been missing for a while and they've not,
and they don't care.
and they don't know about what's going on here.
Maybe they knew this was gonna happen, and so they sent them
Maybe
down
they
here.
sent it.
Poor lad, born as a sponge.
Loremaster, how large is this structure that we think the thing is hiding inside?
Yeah, so this is the foundation of the largest tower here. It's the tower itself is very big. Let me just see here. This is 2 scale. Yeah, the freaking foundation of this tower is a few hundred feet wide. The crack is yeah, it's pretty big. It's big. It's many people wide. It's almost the size of like a giant archway.
Okay, given how wide it is, I think I'll just go ahead and walk up to it, because the thing is probably deep inside. I doubt it would sleep right by the crack.
I mean,
So
this
I'll
is bigger
walk
than
up.
like a football field, and it's like 150 feet bigger than a football field. If you, that's how big the base is.
What
That's
ball?
pretty huge.
No. Out of character football.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Oh,
let me
so
just double check.
American football.
I see.
Let me just
Okay,
double check on
hand
how
egg.
long a furlong is, because it might be wrong. I might not have done this one to scale.
A furlong is like 3 miles, no? That league. I remember Googling when I read the books.
Yeah, but for feet, if this is a massive tower that had a bridge going across it, a bridge like this, then that makes sense. It could make sense that it would be something that massive.
It is to scale.
Yeah, okay, so this thing is gigantic.
Right. And I doubt the creature sleeps right at the entrance. It's probably lurking deep inside, so I'll walk up to the entrance then to check this blood and bones on the ground.
Well, I know orcs, and fell creatures like that prefer the dark, so we should be good.
Okay, as long as we don't go inside.
This should be like midnight for them.
Midnight for.
Well,
What?
it's midday now, yes,
Right.
and I'm saying that
So it's nocturnal, though.
I am only assuming, based on what I know.
Right. Okay.
Can I tell if the blood and bone are fresh and also if it's human?
Yeah. Give me a hunting check.
What do you remember what page
That's
the
a
Wandering
success.
Madness was on?
It was on.
Yeah.
Sorry, go. It's on page 45.
Thank you.
No. 140?
Yes. Do they talk about it again?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The shadow stuff is on 130, starts on 136.
I see.
Okay.
So,
Anduin on a 16 success. It is fresh within the last day. And it is probably a large bird. You imagine there's seagulls everywhere. It's most likely one of those, or several.
Was there blood and such on the ground back in what we are assuming is Edward's house?
No.
that would have been a different scene entirely with all the filth around.
Right. So this blood is fresh. And the waste pile in the house was also somewhat fresh, but there was no blood and no person. You said this.
Aye.
You said this. Sorry, not you. I'm talking to the hobbits. You said that this Mary lady has been missing for weeks, correct?
Is that right?
And Eriador, yeah.
Yeah, since they got married, they haven't seen.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
but
right.
the damage to that house looks like it's only been done in the past day or two.
It is likely that the brother has not seen her in some time. And that might be the case, being who she married. But we don't know how long it has been since they've been seen otherwise by local folk.
Right.
Well, as there was no blood in the house and there's no sign of human bones here, if this thing has taken them, it may not have eaten them yet.
Well, then we have to go.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
We can't just leave them there.
Can't.
You three are quite good at being unseen. Yes?
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you giving us a mission?
Sometimes.
Well,
Is this a quest to the main or a quest to the side?
I think it's a quest of the bottom still, but
Right, okay.
it might be both,
All right.
honestly. As we get to the bottom of this, pun unintended, but
I don't
Launted.
want to
Somehow
go
I
there.
doubt that.
This place smells pretty much exactly like the house. Well, my good Sir Hobbit, you, forgive my, pointing this out. You carry...
We smell.
scent.
We get it. We smell. I got
right.
yeah.
No,
yeah,
you,
yeah,
in
I got
parti-
it.
you
We smell.
fell in... yes. So I was thinking, since the creature and you share this scent in common, you might have an advantage going inside. It might not it might not smell you.
He speaks the truth.
By the
We would
way,
normally not use animal filth, but blood or mud to cover our own scent, and we cannot be smelled. There's no way this creature will smell you. It will mistake you for its own manure. You could probably sneak inside.
I did the stealth roll to be like, of course I'm sneaky, and do the same thing I did to Anduin earlier, which is like, try to sneak behind you, but I failed, so you definitely see me. So
Okay.
as far as y'all know, I'm not sneaky at all, except for the pants thing earlier.
So, wait, you tried to sneak behind me?
Well, yeah, remember the last episode where I was like, yeah, hey, look at, I'm sneaky, and then you're like, I see you, you're ridiculous. Well, I just tried to do
Yeah,
that
you've
again
done it-
now
you've
when
done
he
it
said you
again.
all are sneaky, right? And I was going to be like, yeah, I'm sneaky, but I failed, so you see
Just like
me the whole
slowly
time.
I'm slowly turning like the Eye of Sauron, just tracking you, walking behind me, like, what are you doing?
I think you'd see Launton with a look of apathy on his face, slight apathy, and he's like, "Fine. We don't even know if there's anything in there anyway.
I'll smack ya. I'll smack ya. No
okay,
way.
but that's
I'll
why
smack
you just
you on the
smack me.
shoulder back. Like, what is this? What
do you
you
mean
looking
is
like you
going
don't
on?
care? What if it were me in there?
Well, I'm just.
There's somebody's me in there.
All right. Right. Okay. No, you're right. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, we can. All right. We can go and we can look, but we'd have to go so very slow, and you would all have to try to move in a little bit, far behind us, but a little bit, because if there's trouble, this is a long distance, depending on how far we're going in.
Yeah, you can't leave us there.
And I'll scream real loud. There's
Yeah.
enough time.
If we make any major changes in our directions, then is there anything, do we have anything to mark with? Or I'm like looking around for something that like a rock that could be dragged across stone to make a little white.
There's definitely loose stones around.
Yeah, I'd probably pick one up and I'd just sort of mark it across the stone to see if it shows up white enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do that. I'll say, if we'll do this on the floor, so keep your eyes out if we turn a corner or something. You'll know.
Right. And if anything at all goes awry when you go inside, I guess call like a barn owl and we'll be right there behind you.
Okay.
Who?
Exactly. You.
Oh, okay. Right, well, let's go. I think even at the entrance, probably start tiptoeing and
You start to make your way in. And that is where we're going to end the session today.
Oh, criminy.
ugh.
Oh, shit.
We're going to be sitting on the anticipation of that roll for an entire week, whack.
Good.
Are you Gandalf or Sauron?
I am the Loremaster of Doom, after all.
That is right. You have a reputation to uphold, after all. Yep.
Ah, yes.
Thank you, everybody, for being here today. We're going to do some shout-outs to wrap things up. If you have not done so, please make sure you're following all these wonderful people. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/ashes to go follow them in all of the places, please. And hopefully, they'll survive next week. That'll be good. We'll see what happens then. If you have yourself a Prime Gaming sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes. Go support these wonderful people, please. And if you would like to support Tablestory, make sure you're following us here on Twitch, Tablestory here, Tablestory on YouTube, at a Tablestory on Twitter, and come hang out on our Discord, which is tablestory.tv/Discord. Let's go around the room. Let's do some shout-outs. Let's start off with Aaron today.
Hi, everyone. My name is Aaron. I played Launton today. I'm very curious about the shadow stuff. I imagine there's a bit of a build to it, so I don't know how much that attitude is going to affect him long term.
Is there a way to go back?
Yes.
On shadow points, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I think
yeah.
that's how I've built Toddles, to try to bring people backward.
Well, that smack helped, I imagine, a little bit, because I don't think Launton was like, a little bit. Launton's like, why? They're probably dead. It doesn't matter. Which wouldn't be him, but only a little bit, only for a moment.
Yeah.
Anyway, really appreciate everybody this week. This was a really interesting one. I'm still in Irish. I'm very curious to see what happens right now. I wanted to roll stealth just to see that. I'm gonna hold off for a week. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll find out next week.
Thanks, everybody. What's that?
I said, yeah, we'll find out next week.
But yeah, you can find me over at Twitter at Aaron B. Writes. I wrote a book. It's okay. You can pick it up if you want to. You can find out more information there. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, buddy. Fairlight.
Hello, I'm Fairlight_Excalibur on Twitch, daily variety streamer, and I played Anduin of the River for you today, and honestly struggled to keep it together for the entire episode. That's what I'd be cracking up
Hobbits were
pretty
making
hard.
quite a bit of trouble today.
I'm
sure it won't. I'm sure it won't bite them in the butt. I don't know.
Oh
It's really
man,
hard.
yeah, I got nothing. I don't know what else to say. I couldn't keep a straight face this week. It was great fun with everybody. I was laughing my backside off. You can catch me streaming over on my channel pretty much every night. Doing a bunch of strategy games lately, and I'll do the same thing today.
All right. Thank you so much, Fairlight. Meyer.
Hello, my name is Meyer, and I played Ryuth today. Yeah, what a fun episode. What a filthy,
What a crappy episode.
what a crappy episode. Oh man. Oh geez, what a good show. Like every single week I anticipate like coming back and seeing what the heck's what we're gonna get ourselves back into and stuff. And now, I'm anticipating some craziness next week, man. It's gonna be It's gonna be crazy. I'm not gonna want to miss this one. I say I'm not gonna want to miss this one. Like I'm gonna be thinking about this combat, if there is combat, for an entire 7 days. Whack. But yeah, I love the entire dynamic, everything that happened today, and I should shut up and just shout out. So twitch.tv/Meyer is my channel. Gaming news, starters and stuff, that's me. Twitter.com/Meyer_test. I'm also doing some more voiceover-y stuff that I'm going to be putting onto my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Meyer. But for the time being, it's going to be mostly starters and lore, because the lore team makes like serialized lore, and I can read it and stuff and practice voice acting and stuff that way. But yeah, that's me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, buddy. PB?
Sorry, you read? You
Yes.
just sit there and read lore?
Aye, youtube.com/Meyer.
All right. Perfect. Thank you. Hi, I'm
Peel.
Toddles. I'm played by Pumpkinberry. What?
The peel of the eyebrow was like the peel of plastic off of a device. It sounded exactly the same.
It did sound like that.
But it hurts.
Hi, I'm Toddles. I'm played by Pumpkinberry. You can find her at Twitch and Twitter at Pumpkinberry. She's playing through Metal Gear Solid right now. She was crying a lot, but now she's not, because the game that she's playing right now is just a bunch of slashing people and killing things, and it's great. Great fun.
Make sure to go follow Pumpkinberry, who is also GMing.
She's just all right.
And she's also GMing a show here called Kingmakers on Tuesday.
Now that is great.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, PB. Last but not least, Mirggles.
What? I'm Toddles. Get it
Yeah,
right.
Toddles can say that. You know, Toddles can say how awesome Kingmakers is, because Toddles not the DM.
Exactly.
It's true.
Mr. Giggles.
Hello, I am Mr. Giggles. I played Piper for you today, and today was super fun and hilarious as per usual. I was thinking quickly about how much I love the 3 Hobbit dynamic. I think the 3 Hobbits is just such a fun collection. Yeah. I am now streaming on my channel, twitch.tv/Mirggles, and I do a hourly, like an hour-long stream for like coffee and chatting and stuff, and I'm working on my film 30 minutes a day, every day during the week. So if you want to come watch me clean up animation, that's what I'm doing, 8 a.m. EST. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I am Wax Steven. I have been your Loremaster of Droom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you so much, as always, for being with us, chat. Let's try that again. There we go. And I do a bunch of stuff here on Tablestory. You can check out a show that I run called 100 Club on Mondays. That is a scum and villainy campaign. It's a fantastic dark sci fantasy comedy that is really getting into the thick of things. So make sure you check that out. And I am also on Spellwind on Wednesdays. And thank you so much for being here. As always, chat, we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my wonderful cast. Thank you, Fairlight. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Mirggles. Thank you, PB. Thank you, Meyer, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And, you know, our content is always free, unlike some other plans that have been going on in the background for other places. That's crazy. We'll see what happens there. Amazing. Yeah, let's find out what the hell's going on with that. Everybody just, you know, keep an eye out on the internet for that stuff. We'll be seeing you on Monday. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.
I love how in like 3 years, when